Currency.
Well, Billy, we've got a big old sinkhole down below us.
What?
But don't worry, you can still get to us. In fact, we're having a sinkhole sale. That's right. Whether you need to buy or sell gold and silver, including jewelry, we can work with you and offer you a fair price and even pay you right on the spot.
Gosh, with all the volatility in the world, tariffs, stock market corrections, high interest rates, wars, rumors of wars, things seem to be in a constant state of turmoil these days. Is gold and silver still a safe haven?
Well, Billy, I'm not a financial advisor, but it sure has worked for thousands of years. So if it makes sense for you, we have gold and silver coins and bars in all sizes, and that will fit any budget.
All right, go by and see our friends at Caudle Coin and Currency. They're located in downtown Statesville at 125 East Front Street. Mention you heard about the sinkhole sale on WAME, and you get to choose a terrific coin from the Billy Buck box of prizes. Johnson Greenhouses offers a wide selection of fresh flowers and hand-delivered arrangements for every occasion. Graduation's coming up, and every grad needs that rose or special arrangement after walking across that stage to receive their diploma. And make the occasion even better by selecting a Scout bag. Tote bags, storage boxes, thread wallets is something every grad needs, even if they don't know it yet. Johnson Greenhouses also has delicious Ladyfingers frozen foods, which are excellent for easy meals when guests come in for visits. And are also excellent for neighbors, folks who may be sick, or just because you care about someone. Call ahead for your order, 704-873-4345. Johnson Greenhouses, 204 Salisbury Road. Oh, I almost forgot Mother's Day is Sunday.
Hey, Jeff Hammond, tell us about Little Shavers Wood Shop.
It's a great place to go to be able to try to get what you need, whether you're a professional builder or just a handyman. They've got it all, and if they don't have it, they'll get it for you. That's the one thing about that Chad and Jimbo Shaver have done over there when they built Little Shavers, was that they put something out there for the convenience really of our area. We don't really have one of the big major supply houses that close, so that yet they decided we're going to do this for them, for the community, and everybody I think has been benefited from it. And the big thing is when you come in the door, I mean, you get personalized service, whether you're needing some paint, again, whether you're painting your barn or whether you're doing your den, they can mix you up some Pittsburgh paint. They got some great lines of paint, the stains available up there, all kinds of flooring, and again, great prices. They'll match people's prices from around the county. They can do it.
Thanks, Jeff. Little Shavers Wood Shop, 3301 Salisbury Highway in Statesville. Call 704-872-3148.
Your ride deserves the best sound on the road, and at Westside Twins Motorcycle Company, we're here to make it happen. You've invested in your bike, and now it's time to invest in your sound. Rockford Fosgate stereo systems installed by pros who ride just like you. And here's the best part. Labor starts at just $250. That's right, premium sound at an unbeatable price. Stop by Westside Twins Motorcycle Company, 2313 West Front Street in Statesville, or call 704-380-2181. Get loud. Get Rockford Fosgate. Come ride with us.
This weather update is brought to you by A1 Pest Control, your first line of defense against unwanted guests. From ants to termites, A1 Pest Control is the trusted choice for safe, effective solutions that protect your home. Don't let pests overstay their welcome. Visit a1termitepc.com. That's a1termitepc.com and book your service today. Going to be in the mid to upper 50s as we're heading out this Wednesday morning. It's going to be mostly sunny this morning, then it's going to be mostly cloudy this afternoon. Highs are going to be around 75, and overnight lows going to be around 55. Mostly sunny on Thursday. We do have a chance for some afternoon showers. Highs are going to be around 78. Friday, it's going to be mostly cloudy and a little cooler. Got a chance for showers in the afternoon. Highs are going to be in the low to mid 70s. Cool mornings, warm afternoons. Loving our sunny south spring weather this week. And that's today's weather from your sunny south weather girl, Sherry Bell Wilson with WAME.
The Carolina Swap Shop. Buy, sell, trade. Weekdays, 10 a.m. Call 888-331-0269.
a white sport coat, and a pink carnation. I'm all dressed up for the dance. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm all alone in romance. Once you told me long ago, to the prom with me you'd go. Now you've changed your mind, it seems. Someone else will hold my dreams. A white sport coat and a pink carnation, and in a blue moon. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm all dressed up for the dance. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm all alone in romance. Once you told me long ago, to the prom with me you'd go. Now you've changed your mind, it seems. Someone else will hold my dreams. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm in a blue mood.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. We got nice weather again today, a little chilly, 49. Our temperature out there this morning. It's not bad. Feels pretty good. Maybe a cloud or two. But other than that, going to be another sunny day like we've had the past couple of days. Been nice. If you could get out there and do some things at least, get the sunshine up there. So, again, another beautiful day today. Tomorrow, a few more clouds tomorrow. So, Brad Blinovich says. And we'll take a look at that forecast with Sherry Bell Wilson again coming up. But right now, getting up here on this Wednesday morning feels pretty daggum good. Yes, it's Real Country 550 and 92.9 WAME, and nothing on but the radio. See them transistors this morning. It's 19 minutes after 6 o'clock. We've got a little bit of overcast, but otherwise it's going to be nice. And temperature is going to be up in the 70s today, 49 right now. All right, it's Wednesday. Hopefully, we'll have the Rev stop by and be with us today, unless he's out campaigning around. And Duck will be here a little bit later on, and then we'll have William Morgan's got Virginia Foxx on today. Fred Lowry should be around unless he's birthing more puppies. And you never can tell who else just might show up on a Wednesday. Now, tomorrow, the Iredell County Register of Deeds is doing a hot dog drive-through lunch. It's a military appreciation, and whether you're a veteran or whether you are on duty now, either way, you get a free lunch, and you drive through the it's Constitution Drive, I think is what it's called. Anyway, right off of Stockton, you come in the back way, Stockton, or come in on Trad Street, and it says pull up in the front of the Register of Deeds office, and they'll bring you hot dog lunch out curbside. Yeah, you get the hot dog, the chips, the drink, all that good stuff. That's between 11 and 1 tomorrow, lunchtime, for military folks, just to show a nice appreciation. If your garden dreams are blooming, we've got everything you need to make them a reality. Whether you're after lush ferns to spruce up your porch, vibrant flowering baskets for a pop of color, or hardy succulents that thrive on a little neglect, we won't judge. We've got you covered. Plus, our garden vegetables and bedding plants will have your backyard looking like a farmer's market in no time. And that's just the beginning. We're stocked with so much more to help you grow your perfect paradise. Swing by Steel 5 Farm Greenhouse, 6420 Chenault Road in Cleveland, and let us help you plant happiness this spring. Hey, it's Jason from A&A Sales and Service. Summer's almost here.
Billy, it's just right around the corner. It's so nice and beautiful out there right now. I'm almost nervous to even talk about it, but we're ready. The grass is growing.
That's right. So you got some deals for us?
We've got huge discounts on mowers right now, huge deals on hay equipment, because just before you know it, we're going to be cutting hay, and just like you're doing right now, you're out there in that yard already.
And coming up, you've got an owner's event. What's that all about?
Well, we've put an invitation out to everybody that's bought a lawnmower or a tractor or anything from us. And now we're putting an invitation out to everybody out in the public to say, hey, come by, see A&A. Check out these Massey Ferguson tractors and Gravely mowers. We're going to do demos. I got Massey Ferguson Corporate going to be there. Gravely's going to be there. We'll be able to show you some new things about your mower and show you some things that you might not know about our mowers too.
All right. A&A Sales and Service, where are you?
We're up on Highway 21, 618 Turnersburg Highway, just past Walmart. We're also on the interwebs and Facebook. So please reach out and 704-876-6700.
Are you ready to transform your property? Gale Excavation and Tree Care is here for all your residential and commercial needs from Statesville to Charlotte. From land clearing and grading to shoreline stabilization, we've got you covered. Need tree removal or septic system installations? Our licensed and insured team handles it all with precision and care. Plus, we offer reliable hauling services to make your project seamless. Don't wait any longer. Call us today at 704-253-3087 or 704-880-8841. Visit us online at galeexcavationandtreecare.com. Gale Excavation and Tree Care, your trusted partner for quality service at an affordable price.
Oh, thanks. I really like trees a lot.
Hello, everyone. This is Jeff McNeely, owner of G&M Milling Company at 4000 Taylorsville Highway in beautiful downtown Lowry, North Carolina. We are a full-service, family-owned livestock feed mill that has feed for whatever animals you have. We also sell seeds that are specifically bred for forage grown in western North Carolina. Please come see us or call us at 704-873-5758 or check us out on Facebook. Thank you for supporting small local businesses like us, and may God bless y'all.
Life is always better with Classic Country 550 and 92.9 WAME.
know? Do you know you are my sunshine? And would you do it one more time for me? Do you know you are my sunshine?
Yeah, you are. Real Country 550 and 92.9 WAME. They're the boys from Stanton, Virginia, or Waynesboro. Is it Waynesboro or Waynesville? Either way, up there in Virginia, the Statler brothers. It's 29 minutes after 6 o'clock, 6:29. Waking up, it's a Wednesday morning. Yes, it is. And it's going to be a great day today. Let's welcome in Wednesday. Like I say, let's welcome in Wednesday. There we go.
Well, look who's here.
Happy Wednesday.
It's hump day.
Welcome to the show. Why don't you talk into the microphone?
I don't know.
How hard is it to talk into a microphone?
Yeah, I got a backup mic right here.
We have a show today.
Why don't we kick it up a notch?
That's what we're going to do.
Now we begin.
All right, kids.
Yes! It's just about to get twisted.
Showtime.
All right, there we go. 6:30 in the morning, and good morning. It's a little chilly, 49 our temperature right now up here on beautiful Signal Hill. Shane Huffman's ready to roll for this morning. Joe Mazzola, good morning. You have an excellent, awesome day. There's Kathy Stewart. Have a wonderful day. Brian Collins, good morning to you. Vaughn Bowles, good morning, friends. This is his Friday, my last day this week. Well, all right. Good for you. Dean Tolbert had a great breakfast on the Facebook just a minute ago. There's Darla. Hooray for Hump Day. Sauceman. Woo. The Rev coming in the house today. Somebody get some chicken frying. I hope he's coming in. Haven't heard from him today, but we hope that he has. All right. There's Ross. Good morning. Gary Welberg. Good morning, Gary. Pam Brawley's up. She's ready to roll. There's Jody Sherrill. Bruce Davis. Good morning. Jimmy Benfield. Today is, I'll put him on the birthday list for today. There's Becky Courtney. Good morning, Becky. Daryl McMillan. Let's see. I was trying to think of things. Daryl likes to wear vests. And I guess not in the summertime. You know, it's hard to wear those things in the summer, but we've got a lot invested in Daryl. Okay, fine. All right, at 6:32, let's get rolling here on this Wednesday.
How do you know which vitamins, herbs, or homeopathics are right for you? Come to Lowry Drug. You will be amazed at our selection of natural products, including vitamins, minerals, protein supplements, herbs, homeopathics, essential oils, and Bach flower remedies. We have quality products and smart selection for your better health. Come see us at Lowry Drug on Harkness Road in Statesville, or call 704-873-2247. Come see us.
At Piedmont Healthcare, we believe in more than just treating patients. We're committed to understanding and addressing the unique needs facing our community. Being a physician-owned network means that we're not just healthcare providers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in health. With strong ties to local communities, we're able to offer personalized care that truly understands your needs. When you choose Piedmont Healthcare, you're not just choosing healthcare, you're choosing to be part of a community that cares. If you're ready to experience the difference for yourself, call our new patient hotline at 833-PHC for you. That's 833-742-4968. Or you can just request an appointment online, phcappointments.com.
You know, since 1970, Godfrey's Tree Service, a third-generation locally owned and operated business, has been proudly serving Iredell County. With over 50 years' experience, they're experts in protecting your property from tree damage, focusing on quality, service, accuracy, and safety. Storm cleanup, tree removal, pruning, stump grinding, and removal, Godfrey's can handle it all. Godfrey's Tree Service, when experience counts the most. So call Godfrey's today for a free tree inspection and estimate. 704-880-2934. Let Godfrey's go out on a limb for you.
I'm yelling timber.
Real country.
knowledge, with the average teacher in our district having 15 years of teaching experience. Iredell Statesville Schools' innovative approach blends a one-to-one technology initiative with collaborative best practices and a hands-on approach to learning. In addition to traditional school settings, the district provides a wide range of exciting educational opportunities through our choice programs, specifically designed for unique student needs. No matter your age, your background, or your personal goals, there's a place for you in the Iredell Statesville Schools.
Attention all home decor and comfort lovers. White Sales Home Furnishings and Flooring just received a huge truckload of Spring Air back support mattresses, and they're on sale now. All sizes and firmness levels available at unbeatable prices. Plus, we've got a massive selection of home furnishings, including sofas, recliners, tables, and more at spectacular savings. And that's not all. When you're ready to give your floors a makeover, we've got the best selection of carpet, hardwood, laminates, and more. Hurry in today to shop our incredible deals and revamp your home in style. White Sales, 583 Turnersburg Highway, Statesville.
At Piedmont Healthcare, we believe in more than just treating patients. We're committed to understanding and addressing the unique needs facing our community. Being a physician-owned network means that we're not just healthcare providers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in health. With strong ties to local communities, we're able to offer personalized care that truly understands your needs. When you choose Piedmont Healthcare, you're not just choosing healthcare, you're choosing to be part of a community that cares. If you're ready to experience the difference for yourself, call our new patient hotline at 833-PHC for you. That's 833-742-4968. Or you can just request an appointment online, phcappointments.com.
Looking to add some life to your yard or a splash of color to your porch? Well, swing on by Lowry's in Harmony, your local Green Thumb headquarters. We've got garden plants of all kinds, flowers blooming in every shade, premium potting soils for those roots to thrive, and yard wind spinners to keep things moving in style. Whether you're growing your own veggies, decorating your patio, or just trying to impress the neighbors, Lowry's has what your garden's been dreaming of. Come dig in. We're rooted in downtown Harmony and blooming with possibilities. Johnson Greenhouses offers a wide selection of fresh flowers and hand-delivered arrangements for every occasion. Graduation's coming up, and every grad needs that rose or special arrangement after walking across that stage to receive their diploma. And make the occasion even better by selecting a Scout bag. Tote bags, storage boxes, thread wallets is something every grad needs, even if they don't know it yet. Johnson Greenhouses also has delicious Ladyfingers frozen foods, which are excellent for easy meals when guests come in for visits, and are also excellent for neighbors, folks who may be sick, or just because you care about someone. Call ahead for your order, 704-873-4345. Johnson Greenhouses, 204 Salisbury Road. Oh, I almost forgot, Mother's Day is Sunday. That you can't forget. Mother's Day is Sunday. Now, I know some of you out there are going like, Mother's Day is a Hallmark holiday, but actually it's not. It goes back a long time ago. I think even before your mother was born there, Seymour.
Seymour Buns. What?
That's it.
Yeah, Mother's Day is an old one. It's back there, So.
There, well, I forget which president made it a special day. One president did somewhere, but not Father's Day. Father's Day was like, yeah, I guess we can have a day for them,
Right.
And
I think I saw where Abraham Lincoln posted on the internet something about it.
Did he? Okay, well, that's probably where it came from then. All right, let's see here. So I'm going back to the geezers. Looky what the dog, not the cat, but the dog drug in. There you are. The Rev made it into the studio of the stars. And there he is coughing. We're into the studio of the stars. So anyway, y'all, I met these guys.
He got them Marlboro Reds in the house.
Yeah, well. Says, met these guys at Merle Fest a couple of weeks ago, and their job is to go to festivals and give out boiled peanuts and play some music. Well, they're down in Louisiana right now, and they posted this picture. Let me get it here so I can get the picture. There it goes. Tell me if I was wrong. All I said was I ain't seen critters. Since spring break at Myrtle Beach. Ooh, they got a crawdad on top of the peanuts. Why would you do that?
They in Louisiana. Why not?
I guess so, Louisiana. That's it.
Right.
Do crawdads eat peanuts?
No, they're just from Louisiana.
They're just Louisiana.
Like somewhere out here trying to put mayonnaise on a banana sandwich instead of peanut butter.
Listen to that. That's right.
Boy, what you talking about? You put your big old slob of Duke's mayonnaise on there and chop up that nanner, put it on there and slap some Jif peanut butter on the other side and smack it together.
A double barrel.
Oh,
mayonnaise
sorry,
and
I
peanut
lost
butter.
myself there for a second.
It happens.
Listen, we got a hotline for you, Salsman. that we'll be sending you and all you mayonnaise aholics out there. We'll be making it public here in just a second. It'll be
1-800 Elvis is dead.
No, it's 1-800 freebie from the slime.
That's it. Vaughn Bowles on the phone. Hey, Vaughn. Are you there?
I am. I can barely hear you. I didn't know if you're talking to me or please.
It's because it sounds like you're in the middle of a tornado.
Well,
I think he's in a hole somewhere.
About a mile or two. But anyway, the first Mother's Sunday was in 1907. And then President Woodrow Wilson, after Congress rejected it, made a proclamation calling for an official holiday in May.
Good old Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah. The peace president who led us into World War I.
That's the one.
Campaigned on staying neutral. It's none of our business. And then it became our business.
Well, them daggum.
I didn't know Vaughn was that old to remember that radio spot.
He does.
Vaughn, I love you, buddy.
All right. Well, you have a good day, Vaughn.
Well, tell the real to keep me some chicken standing by because I might need it.
Okay, will do.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Keep some chicken.
Fine. Well, that's what Sussman had said earlier. If you's coming by, we got to get chicken out.
Yeah.
Good Baptist minister.
Gotta get the fried chicken for the Reverend.
Oh my God.
Well, I got to tell you.
I mean, they need to be taken care of. That's why he's sick.
Yeah.
Well,
I think today is my 8th year there. Today or yesterday was.
8th year at Beulah?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You're right about that. And they kept you this long.
For
real. Well, it's because you got kids and you don't want them to go hungry.
Put him out to the pasture.
That's right.
Get him through school.
He ain't ready yet. So anyway, Mr. Vaughn, what's happening in northern Mecklenburg County? Anything exciting?
Well, I don't think Vaughn comes down this far, but I'm here.
Well, that certainly does make it happen. I was trying to think of what I saw. Let's see. I'm getting texts here to see what it is. So I'll find out here in just a minute or two what that says. But anyway, our good friends there in northern Mecklenburg County. And there are some, I think this is the only place that people in the north are really okay. And that would be North Mecklenburg.
Yeah.
But
even though we're up north, we're down south.
That's exactly right. And not everybody in Mecklenburg County is, that way. But a lot of them right there in the middle are pretty close.
Well, I just say I wouldn't go past Huntersville.
Just stop there.
You can. Well, if you go past Huntersville, you can go down as far as Croft. If Roger was in today, he could tell you about Croft.
Now
you go down as far as Croft, but you don't want to go past that.
Well, Croft Croft is it had a store.
Yeah, that would be the S.W. Davis store. That's the Wash Davises.
Oh, okay. Good
And you
old.
know, and they're still open. They're rocking and rolling.
Well, people that live in them fancy subdivisions, they like that. They think it's out in the country. Let's go visit that. It's a wonderful old timey store. Let's go. We'll take our friends from Pittsburgh and we'll go visit this beautiful general store.
Absolutely. Well, I've seen Silas Davis. You know, he's no longer with us. His daughter and son-in-law run the store now. But I'd be in there, and it'd be February. You know, the fake spring where it gets warm in February,
Yes.
and people would come in and start buying tomato plants.
Just a little
And
bit early.
And I'd look at Silas. I'd be like, Silas, you know those tomato plants gonna die. He said, well, I get to sell them again.
Woo.
Yep.
Well,
I get to sell them twice.
There's a smart man right there. There you go. I like it. Oh, I wish I'd known him.
But he would tell them. He'd say, you know, you ain't supposed to plant till about April 15th. Oh, well, it's nice out there, and we'll do this. Well, okay.
Yeah, you go right
Well,
ahead.
I got some right over here.
Be sure you plant them on the south side of the house where they get plenty of
Yeah.
sunshine. Let's see. And then what's on down the road from there? Just as you're getting into Charlotte, there's Kathy Cash, who works with us here. She has a Piedmont Folkways. And she could not pronounce the name of that town to save her life. Give me another little town that's up that way. Shoot.
Well, you had Croft,
But
you had Dorada.
That's it. She would say Dorita. Every time she'd say Dorita. And I was like, where did you come from? She was born in Yadkin County, and I guess that was too far away.
Yes, she wasn't from Dorada.
And she'd say Dorita, and it just drives me crazy. That's the same people that say Concord. I went to Concord and got to that big mall over there. There's Concord. It was great.
Well, you know, Dorada for the longest time, it was still Charlotte, but it was the country part of Charlotte.
Yeah. So, but
you know, it was just outside of Mallard Creek.
They're slowly fading away.
Right.
And now,
talking about slowly fading away.
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
It's 7 o'clock.
Real Country is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
All righty. It is 49 degrees up here on beautiful Signal Hill, and we're going to have mostly sunshine, but a few clouds in and out today. Other than that, it's going to be good up in the 70s. Sherry Bell Wilson updates the weather, but first we'll take a look at the news brought to you by Caudle Coin and Currency on East Front Street in downtown Statesville. Well, if you'll remember, in the early morning hours of Monday, deputies responded to a report of a possible burglary and stabbing at 143 Ginger Lane in Mooresville. Upon arrival, deputies identified 37-year-old Joshua Andrew Moore as a potential suspect who had already fled the scene. An immediate investigation was launched, and deputies received information that Moore had gone to a Charlotte area hospital prior to their arrival for medical treatment for his stab wounds. However, before deputies arrived, Joshua Moore fled from the hospital. By the early morning of yesterday, investigators discovered information indicating that Joshua Andrew Moore and another suspect, Jasmine Marie Webb, were hiding in a trailer located behind 129 Davis Trail Lane near Troutman. Deputies from the Warrant Squad, Patrol Division, and investigative units responded quickly and established a secure perimeter. Upon detecting movement in the trailer, deputies called Moore out. Joshua Moore surrendered to the deputies without incident. Deputies entered the trailer and located Jasmine Webb. Both Joshua Moore and Jasmine Webb were taken into custody and transported to the Iredell County Sheriff's Office. Investigators continued gathering information and compiling the details surrounding the Ginger Lane burglary and stabbing. Joshua Andrew Moore was charged, and Magistrate Nicholson issued no bond. Jasmine Marie Webb was also charged, and Magistrate Imes also issued no bond. Well, the Statesville City Council approved a rezoning request to allow for a proposed 90-home subdivision on Peachtree Road Monday night. The site, made of 4 parcels, is near the Love's travel stop in Interstate 40. It totals 32.30 acres and is inside the city limits. The proposed 90-lot development is expected to have a value of $33,250,000. The developer, Eddie Moore with McAdams, agreed to reduce the development size from 162 lots to 90 after a September 5th meeting with nearby residents. The rezoning allows for a maximum of 95 homes, according to the city. The developer also agreed to eliminate a connection to Maplewood Lane and to keep trees along the property lines as buffers, among other concessions. The city council will hear a second reading on the rezoning before the final approval. Well, that sinkhole in downtown Statesville will be repaired over the next 2 months. The sinkhole opened under the pavement of the intersection of Trad and Front Streets back on March 3rd. City crews used video inspections of the sewer and stormwater infrastructure and the intersection and surrounding streets to assess the extent of the damage. The city said a 20-foot section of pipe needed to be replaced. On Monday, the Statesville City Council approved a contract for $373,000 with Country Boy Landscaping to repair that sinkhole. The contract is expected to be signed this week, and the work should be completed within the next 2 months. The city said it's replacing the outdated stormwater and sanitary sewer systems in the area and not just fix the sinkhole to avoid other issues. A look at your sports and Sherry Bell Wilson's weather coming up next. Hey, Doug Caudle, why is the road closed in front of Caudle Coin and Currency?
Well, Billy, we've got a big old sinkhole down below us.
What?
But don't worry, you can still get to us. In fact, we're having a sinkhole sale. That's right. Whether you need to buy or sell gold and silver, including jewelry, we can work with you and offer you a fair price and even pay you right on the spot.
Gosh, with all the volatility in the world, tariffs, stock market corrections, high interest rates, wars, rumors of wars, things seem to be in a constant state of turmoil these days. Is gold and silver still a safe haven?
Well, Billy, I'm not a financial advisor, but it sure has worked for thousands of years. So if it makes sense for you, we have gold and silver coins and bars in all sizes, and that will fit any budget.
All right, go by and see our friends at Caudle Coin and Currency. They're located in downtown Statesville at 125 East Front Street. Mention you heard about the sinkhole sale on WAME, and you get to choose a terrific coin from the Billy Buck box of prizes.
Ryan Scott's at Randy Marion Chevy in Statesville, and what are you doing now?
I tell you, we got the deals going on. Typical Randy Marion fashion, king of price. 2024 brand new Chevrolet Malibu LT starting at $19,988. $19,988, brand new, not used. You come pick the color today. Randy Marion Chevrolet Statesville, right here on I-40. Look for the spinning car, folks, because that's where the deals are.
Ants, spiders, mosquitoes, and other common pests can be a big problem. Don't battle them alone. Let us help keep your home pest-free this summer. Looking for a friendly, effective, affordable pest control solution? Our A1 Home Shield plans are designed to suit your needs and your budget. Plans start at $35 a month and include a free inspection. Stop living with bugs. For a limited time, save $50 on your initial treatment. A1 Pest Control. No bugs here. A1 Pest Control. A-1PC.com. That's A-1PC.com.
Say, did you know Statesville has its own locally owned electric utility? Yeah. As the oldest municipality-owned electric system in North Carolina, Statesville Public Power has been keeping the lights on in our community since 1889. When storms roll in or outages occur, our crews respond quickly because we live here too. It's about safety, low rates, and reliable service. Public power means local control, local investment, and hometown service. Statesville Public Power, neighbors serving neighbors.
ProgressiveInsurance.com presents the Sports Flash on Real Country 550 and 92.9 WAME.
The Carolina Hurricanes beat the Washington Capitals 2-1 in overtime last night to take a 1-0 lead in their playoff series. Jacob Slavin scored the winner. 13 saves in the win for Frederik Andersen. Game 2 is Thursday night in Washington before the series shifts to Raleigh for games 3 and 4. In 10 innings, the Braves beat the Reds 2-1 in Atlanta. Michael Harris II hit a tying double in the 9th, and then Marcell Ozuna singled home the winning run in the 10th. Atlanta has wins in 3 in a row. Raisel Iglesias struck out 2 in a hitless hitting for the win. He improves to 2-2. Cincinnati's dropped 4 straight. Atlanta's Chris Sale and Cincinnati's Andrew Abbott started, and they kept the game scoreless through 7 innings. Abbott struck out 8, while Sale fanned 10. Braves righty Grant Holmes starts tonight, while the Reds will go with right-hander Hunter Green. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. That's the Sports Flash. I'm Chuck Sanders, Real Country, 550 and 92.9 WAME.
Count on Kohl's for those special gifts Mom deserves this Mother's Day. Inspire her inner chef with must-haves for her kitchen, wellness essentials for her fitness routine, and jewelry for her perfect night out. Plus, you can save 15% on some of your finds and earn Kohl's Cash. Find Mom's perfect gift in time for Mother's Day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer valid through May 11th. Kohl's Cash and coupons do not apply to Sephora. Exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for more details.
Welcome to Staples.
Hi, I hear Staples prints it all.
Oh, you bet. Posters, banners.
Can you print it all for Father's Day?
Oh, of course. Photo gifts like canvas prints, photo puzzles.
Can you print it all for graduation?
Sure can. Custom cards and invites.
Can you print a huge banner with the grad's picture?
Oh, definitely.
Even an embarrassing baby picture?
Oh, those are the best kind.
I know, right?
Print it all for dads and grads at Staples. And right now, get 40% off custom cards, invites, and photo gifts. N75 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
This weather update is brought to you by A1 Pest Control, your first line of defense against unwanted guests. From ants to termites, A1 Pest Control is the trusted choice for safe, effective solutions that protect your home. Don't let pests overstay their welcome. Visit A1TermitePC.com. That's A1TermitePC.com and book your service today. Going to be in the mid to upper 50s as we're heading out this Wednesday morning. It's going to be mostly sunny this morning, then it's going to be mostly cloudy this afternoon. Highs are going to be around 75, and overnight lows going to be around 55. Mostly sunny on Thursday. We do have a chance for some afternoon showers. Highs are going to be around 78. Friday, it's going to be mostly cloudy and a little cooler. Got a chance for showers in the afternoon. Highs are going to be in the low to mid 70s. Cool mornings, warm afternoons. Loving our sunny south spring weather this week. And that's today's weather from your sunny south weather girl, Sherry Bell Wilson with WAME.
The Carolina Swap Shop. Buy, sell, trade. Weekdays, 10 a.m. Call 888-331-0269.
Friends, the conclave done been meeting. And we done decided the white smoke is coming out of the chimney out back of the barbecue pit. And we think we now can announce Pope Burgess the 49th up in here now. See, there you are. That's right. Pope Burgess the 49th is here with us this morning. Let the church bells ring everywhere. There you go. So it's an exciting time here at the conclave. So, ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't have his little papal hat on now.
No, because it wouldn't be a little papal hat. It'd be an extra large hat. There you go, Shane Barnett. I know you get ready to text in.
They don't have one that size.
It's good to be back in the house in the
Yes.
conclave of the stars.
That's right.
It's been a wild morning this morning. I try to leave out early and something always weird happens. I spilled 42 ounces of protein shake all over the place.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, it's always blessed my heart. It put me in a mood, just to be honest. So I I was gonna, but I was trying to be positive, but the mood put me into where I was going to come to a Rev is Right, kind of like this. I just had some thoughts and was doing some research and came to the idea that prison is the best place for liberals, at least for 5 reasons.
Oh, yeah.
First, everybody there is treated equal. They love that. Number 2, everybody's got free food, and so they love that too. And 3, everybody's got free education, free healthcare. I mean, that's the idea too. And 4, ain't nobody got guns except the prison guards.
That's right.
And 5, well, they ain't no car, no gas. So I mean, it's a perfect world. Perfect world.
That's right.
Right. And nobody gets to vote except those who want equal opportunity, free food, free healthcare, free education, no guns, and no cars or gas.
I like it.
But I didn't want to say all that. I want to be positive. And so if you're still listening, here's the positive. Hey, you. Yes, you. The one hanging on by a fingernail. Thinking about tossing in the towel like it's laundry day. Let me tell you something. Your life is worth more than whatever you're convinced of otherwise. You're not your mistakes, and you're not your worst day, and definitely not the lies that depression whispers at 2 a.m. You've got value, and that doesn't fade just because your circumstances got a little cloudy. There are still opportunities out there, and more than you can see from where you're standing. But sometimes life doesn't show you the next door until you stop banging your head against the last one. You've got people, family, friends, who would carry your scars for the rest of their lives if you'd quit. And I know you wouldn't wish that on anybody. So you matter more than you know. And the world still needs what you bring to the table, even if the table is a little wobbly right now. This is your chance to do what they say couldn't be done. Be a little bandit for us. And maybe you're thinking, I don't even think I can do it either. Good. That means you're right where miracles happen. You see, growth doesn't come with comfort. It comes when everything in you says quit. And you decide to show up anyway. Those are pretty much the best lessons that the Rev's ever been through. Is when the depression is speaking and when I feel like quitting. That's just where God always shows up and shows me how to get through. And look, you survived every hard day up until now. And if that doesn't make you at least part superhero, then the Rev doesn't know what does. And hey, maybe things feel so low that you don't even laugh anymore. But seriously, you've made it this far. You're already 100% undefeated at staying alive. So why quit now? That's a perfect record, my friend. So don't mess it up. Don't you dare mess it up. Now, just because things got heavy. Sometimes the breakthrough is just one stubborn breath away. And I know You may not like it, but I sure wish you learned to love it. Because down deep inside, you know the Rev is right.
Amen.
Looking for a pest control company that's focused on your needs? One that puts the customer first, is dependable, and has the experience to effectively solve the problem? Well, look no further. It's A1 Pest Control. For more than 60 years, they've been providing fast, friendly, quality pest control solutions. They're staffed by really nice people on the phones and in their trucks. And they're large enough to handle any pest problems, small enough to care about every customer. A1 Pest Control. Experienced, trusted, preferred. A-1PC.com.
Looking to add some life to your yard or a splash of color to your porch? Well, swing on by Lowry's in Harmony, your local Green Thumb headquarters. We've got garden plants of all kinds, flowers blooming in every shade, premium potting soils for those roots to thrive, and yard wind spinners to keep things moving in style. Whether you're growing your own veggies, decorating your patio, or just trying to impress the neighbors, Lowry's has what your garden's been dreaming of. Come dig in. We're rooted in downtown Harmony and blooming with possibilities. Tired of roof troubles? Well, since 2010, Down Home Roofing has been the trusted choice for homeowners and businesses across Northwest North Carolina, providing expert residential, commercial, and repair services for all roof types. They back their installations with a solid 10-year workmanship warranty and offer free, no-obligation quotes. From complete replacements to minor repairs, their team ensures your roof is one less thing you have to worry about. Don't wait till it's too late. Get covered with Down Home Roofing today. Call 704-662-2416. That's 704-662-2416. Hey, it's Jason from A&A Sales and Service. Summer's almost here.
Billy, it's just right around the corner. It's so nice and beautiful out there right now. I'm almost nervous to even talk about it, but we're ready. The grass is growing.
That's right. So you got some deals for us?
We've got huge discounts on mowers right now, huge deals on hay equipment, because just before you know it, we're going to be cutting hay, and just like you're doing right now, you're out there in that yard already.
And coming up, you've got an owner's event. What's that all about?
Well, we've put an invitation out to everybody that's bought a lawnmower or a tractor or anything from us. And now we're putting an invitation out to everybody out in the public to say, hey, come by, see A&A. Check out these Massey Ferguson tractors and Gravely mowers. We're going to do demos. I got Massey Ferguson Corporate going to be there. Gravely's going to be there. We'll be able to show you some new things about your mower and show you some things that you might not know about our mowers too.
All right. A&A Sales and Service, where are you?
We're up on Highway 21, 618 Turnersburg Highway, just past Walmart. We're also on the interwebs and Facebooks. Please reach out and 704-876-6700.
We'd rather be stuck in the country mud than in the city traffic. 550 and 92.9 WAME.
All right, birthday and anniversary time. You got one going on today. Let's hear from you. 704-873-9929. Or you can, of course, hit us up on the Facebooks or the YouTubes, and we'll get you fixed up here this morning. All right, already, we got a couple of anniversaries. First of all, Cindy and Randy Floyd, 41 years of holy matrimony. Yes, they're doing so good, and they get out there and play music all the time. Preston Berry celebrating the big 14 today. You go, Preston. Only one more year, and you get to start working on that permit. And, of course, these days, it takes about 2 or 3 years to go ahead and get your license after you get your permit.
True.
Which is really something different. All right, let's see. Mike and Cindy Estes celebrating 42 years of wedded bliss. Yes, friends, that's Trucker Mike. And we got to give special thanks and prayers to Cindy for being married to him for 42 years.
Brace yourself, Cindy.
That's right. Here it comes. All right, who else is on the list today? Let's see here. We've got Vernon Clontz celebrate. Vernon, 84 today. Good morning, Vern. Let me click that right there. All right. Lisa Bryan celebrating that birthday. Good morning, Lisa. Johnny Clark celebrating 32 today. Elaine Dill back to big 72. You good morning, Elaine. You have a great day today. And let me flip back to the Facebooks and see. Trucker Mike says amen. All right. All right. So that's it on my list. Who you got?
Oh man, we got a pile over here. We got Debbie Dagenhart celebrating that birthday today.
Yeah.
Debbie, I hope Jim takes you somewhere nice. Cheryl Stewart, Brian Capps, Chad Short, Sammy Lale. Happy birthday, buddy. Chris Marshall, stud football coach out there at Alexander Central. Ashley McClure's birthdays. Riley Nicholson, Aaron Holly, Maeve Kelly. Then as we flip over here on the Facebooks, listening to us all the way down from Texas. Yep, right outside of Arlington. The man himself, Troy Rattery. What's up, buddy? Hope you have a good one. Man, listening to us out of Greenville, South Carolina, the guy that taught me how to drink Mad Dog 2020 Orange Jubilee. 55 years old today, Ricky Bushlawn.
That was pre-Jesus.
Yeah, that was pre-Jesus. I thought I was going to see Jesus. As sick as I got. Kathy Speeth's birthday today. Shannon Renner's turning 51. Megan Carpenter's 33. Hannah Adcock's turning 33 today as well. Lisa Stafford Bryant. Let's see, Keith Russell and Peyton Bentley. Chris Rosenbaum's birthday is today, 56. High school buddy turning 53 today, Patrick Brown, Charles Williams, and Josh Horton.
Mercy.
I got a bunch
You
today.
did
I'm
get a
like,
bunch today.
like Paramedic Ron today.
Yes,
I ain't related to none of them, but I got a list.
All right. Well, who's on the celebrity list today?
You ain't gonna believe this.
Yeah.
You may know him as Mr. Beast. That's Jimmy Donaldson, raised in Greenville, North Carolina, went viral on YouTube in 2017 for
You know him.
because he counted to 100,000 on YouTube. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. So he's a YouTube millionaire. Mr. Beast turned 27 today.
Alexander Ludwig, Bjorn Ironside. If you watch the series Vikings, he was Ragnar's oldest son. He's 33.
33. Brecken Meyer is 51. Played in Clueless, Road Trip, Rat Race, and then Garfield.
Yeah. Robert Heggis. Anyway, he was Epstein on Welcome Back, Carter, born on this date in 51.
Yep. Football legend Johnny Unitas, born on this day in 1933.
And Gary Cooper.
What you talking about, Willis?
High Noon, not that Gary Cooper.
Not that Gary Cooper.
Born on at this day, 1901, Hollywood legend.
That's right, High Noon.
That's right. He got out. He had to stand to the bad guys, and the town wouldn't support him. All right, spin that thing.
There's a couple of politicians locally that feel like that.
All right, spinning and spinning and spinning. And Deep Purple. And Deep Purple is Debbie Dagenhart. All right, Debbie, there you go. You get it, girl. Now, your lovely husband there, who pinches a penny like crazy.
How do you know Jim so well?
I don't know. I know them Dagenhart.
Better known by the shoemakers as Two Shoes.
You get yourself a gift certificate to Andrea's Ice Cream and Sweet Shop on South Center Street in beautiful downtown Statesville. And all we need is that address, and we'll get you fixed up. Happy birthday and anniversary to all of you from your friends right here at WAME.
Attention all home decor and comfort lovers. White Sales Home Furnishings and Flooring just received a huge truckload of spring air back support mattresses, and they're on sale now. All sizes and firmness levels available at unbeatable prices. Plus, we've got a massive selection of home furnishings, including sofas, recliners, tables, and more at spectacular savings. And that's not all. When you're ready to give your floors a makeover, we've got the best selection of carpet, hardwood, laminates, and more. Hurry in today to shop our incredible deals and revamp your home in style. White Sales, 583 Turnersburg Highway, Statesville.
All right, good morning. It is 7:30 right on the button, and we have in the studio of the stars the healer of all who would be healed naturally. It's Fred Lowry. Good morning, Fred.
Good morning.
You know, if we lived in those medieval times,
he would be.
Fred would have like this auspicious either cave or like half castle up on the hill where there'd be a moat in front of it. And we would be lined up trying to get in there to see the wizard.
That's exactly right, because he's got eye of newt and a pinch tail of a
And he and
hair of the
and
dog.
and the moat was made of methylene blue.
It was probably Aquarius.
Oh, mercy. What have you got that can heal him? He gets stuff keeps hanging on. Touch him on the head.
He needs a remedy.
He needs an elixir. And you got that compounded laboratory down
All I
there.
can tell you is don't give up.
I'm trying not
That's
to.
right. You see a light at the end of the tunnel.
If you give up, somebody will throw dirt on you.
Boy, ain't that a fact?
Or light your hind end on fire.
Something.
What's on your mind today?
Well, I saw in the news, for one thing, that apparently Trump has restricted funding for gain of function research.
You know, I never have understand what gain of function is. I think you explained it one time, but
it's where you take pathogens, viruses, and make them more dangerous, so that you can study how to
kill it.
If that were to happen, you know how to create a remedy for it. Basically, it's really a mad scientist kind of thing, and it's rooted in biological warfare, basically.
So that COVID thing was some other virus, and they built onto it, or I don't know how to describe it, and then released it accidentally, of course.
Well, apparently, in that world, virus construction, there are illnesses that probably would have gone away, except they still keep some of those things alive in laboratories, pathogens for studying, and so that it's kind of like, where do you draw the line for that? There's that's a big can of worms, and I don't think they'll ever make that completely go away, but it's good to try to contain it as much as possible. But the other thing that you had asked me about last week, there's a lot of people asking about things like ivermectin and febendazole for the treatment of cancer. And febendazole is, like a lot of things, is available.
What's the name of it again?
Febendazole.
Febendazole.
It's a veterinary only product, actually, in this country, but it is available on the internet.
What does it do for you?
Like ivermectin is anti-parasitic. It's an anti-parasite medication. But as you know, the ivermectin was repurposed for other things. And, I do think it's a good idea to be cautious when you find a product that does so many things, but that does happen.
Yeah.
And so, the febendazole is available on the internet, but it is more associated with, liver problems.
Oh, okay. So has it been remedicated for humans?
No, not in this country. There's another product that is called mebendazole. But the curious thing about this is, apparently, like ivermectin, and this is from research papers. This is not something Fred made up. Okay, there's actually at least 14 anti-cancer mechanisms with ivermectin.
Are you kidding?
So, and we've also seen it being like an antiviral. But the interesting thing about this is there's, over the years, as long as I've maybe been looking into this, there's been a parasite connection with cancer. There was, and this is research. There was a lady in Canada that I learned about years ago, and there was a researcher in Russia that some of her work recently came to light. And so we think about parasites as being large creatures that you can see.
Yes.
But they can
Much
be
bigger
quite,
than a virus.
They can be quite small. They can be small enough to be inside of a red blood cell, as an example. And so the theory is that these parasites get inside of a cell and then cause the degradation of that cellular mechanism and creates cancer. And so it's just I mentioned that because it's kind of a curiosity to me, and that okay, we in this country we don't even think about parasites as being an issue.
No.
We're so clean and all this stuff, and but there's plenty of sources for parasites. There's food.
Right.
There's your animals.
Yes.
There's being outside, walking barefooted, swimming in the lake or ponds,
the creek,
or
the river.
Coming in contact with someone that does have parasites. It just goes on and on and on. So, it's
you just think of parasites as just something living off of you or living off another creature.
Well,
a creature living off a creature.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
So, if you, and they can create all kinds of health problems, because not only are they consuming your resources, but they're also creating waste products that are not, that can create all kinds of things, in terms of your health.
Didn't think about that part.
Yeah.
They are, because every organism consumes also wastes, puts out waste.
Right.
So now, of course, in the case of beer, we enjoy the bacteria that happens, but that's another story.
That would be yeast.
Yeast, yes.
Yeah.
So are you I'm taking you on a tangent. Are you of the mindset that out there somewhere there is a cure for all cancers, but they tuck it away? Big pharma.
I think
want to step into that.
Well, sure. I think there's a lot of things out there that are helpful, and there definitely are a lot of things that have been suppressed under the concept of protecting the public interest, so to speak. Is there a universal cure for cancer? I don't really think so. I think there's there's a lot of things out there that can be helpful. Now, maybe I'm wrong about that, but there's a lot of things that can cause cancer, a lot of different mechanisms, and so maybe there is, but that to me that is one of the things that all the hope that a lot of these organizations put out there is that this is what we're working on. Well, we've been working on that a pretty long time.
Yeah.
And over the years, you see things that are that have been suppressed, and that maybe for whatever reason, whether it's nefarious or
right.
or conspiratorial or whatever. But I think we're kind of coming into a new age of, not to use that word, a new time, let's just say, of people being more and more aware.
I believe you're correct.
And of things that are out there, and less trusting of the powers that be. I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Well, we've been so what's the word I'm looking for? Conditioned, I guess. You see these people on the interwebs that, like, Dr. such and so has this, and if you do this every day, you'll block the cancer, or you'll block whatever disease you're looking for. And people are really like, really?
You know, the ones that I'm skeptical of are the ones with the biggest sales pitch.
Ah, okay.
Because you know, if you listen to a salesperson long enough, you know, they will likely convince you of, you know, whatever it is.
At least trying it.
You know, you click on this thing and they'll tell you about it for 30 minutes before they even tell you what it is. You know, or
Yes,
so
yes.
whatever, you know.
They get to it now. Click on
Now,
this to find it. Yeah.
I'm assuming that it's going to last 30 minutes. I never last that long. You know, as soon as that starts down that road,
Yeah.
I click off of it.
Exactly. So,
But
all not to get into the cancer thing, because all the different cancers are different. I mean, those cells, those cancer cells, if you have thyroid cancer, that's different from liver cancer or whatever. It's not,
well,
cancer is one thing, and it pops
there
out
are
of your
there are a
body.
lot there are some similarities, and that is that you know, in cancer cells, there's more of a fermentation process
Mhm.
going on. It's not making oxygen in the way that your body normally makes it.
Right.
That's called the Warburg effect. And it so and even you know, that brings up the thing of methylene blue. Methylene blue has actually been used in cancer treatments, and the reason for that is because it increases cellular energy, cellular ATP. It helps the cell make more oxygen in the way it was supposed to
In the first
And
place.
cancer doesn't survive in that situation.
Right.
So that is the you know, the background of that. But you know, anytime you can improve energy production in the body, you're in a positive, on the positive side.
Right. Well, that's what the Rev needs. He is DOA on energy.
Well, yeah, but he's also delivering what, 3 sermons on Sunday or back to back.
That does it too. Yeah.
3 counseling appointments.
Yeah, and
But he has learned not to crawl under a crawl space without a mask.
Yeah.
Getting into mold and mildew. And all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll do it.
Yeah, he's not given up yet, but he's on the verge of maybe actually coming to see me.
Oh, wow!
Because he's
waiting for the strength.
He's talking about that.
I really wish I had gone ahead and bought a sauna, because I would be sitting in that thing every day, right? Yeah, in the mornings or in the evenings.
All right. Go see Fred Lowry, 750 Harkness Road in beautiful Statesville. Ask for somebody at Elixir he keeps in the back room.
Tell you, man.
That'll do it. It's kind of a blue tint to it. All right. It is 7:44.
This is William Morgan with Capital Management Group. Think of all the fads you've seen over the years. If they were meant to last, you'd still be wearing platform shoes, driving a Firebird, playing Pac-Man. But fads don't last, and that's true in finance too. So why do many big financial institutions promote the latest investment fads? Sure, they look good now, but it's doubtful they will stand the test of time. If that's how these firms handle their money, do you really want them managing yours? At Capital Management Group, we invest with sound economic principles, not in fleeting trends. This approach has served our clients well for several generations. Sound financial advice never goes out of style. Let's talk about how Capital Management Group could work for you. Call us at 704-878-6677 for a free consultation, or visit our website at mycmg.net.
Tired of roof troubles? Well, since 2010, Down Home Roofing has been the trusted choice for homeowners and businesses across Northwest North Carolina, providing expert residential, commercial, and repair services for all roof types. They back their installations with a solid 10-year workmanship warranty and offer free, no-obligation quotes. From complete replacements to minor repairs, their team ensures your roof is one less thing you have to worry about. Don't wait till it's too late. Get covered with Down Home Roofing today. Call 704-662-2416. That's 704-662-2416. Are you ready to step back in time and discover treasures from the past? Hickory Antique Mall, a locally owned business, is a haven for collectors, history buffs, and anyone seeking a touch of nostalgia. With 63 dealers, you'll find everything from antique furniture to Yu-Gi-Oh cards and everything in between. Hickory Antique Mall is conveniently located at 348 Highway 70 Southwest in Hickory. Hickory Antique Mall is open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday 10 till 6, Sundays 1 till 6. Check us out on Facebook at Hickory Antiques Mall Official. All right, 746. And there's that William Morgan from Capital Management Group of the Carolinas.
How you doing?
Did you look at the Rev? Did you see his what do we call that thing?
A goatee.
A goatee.
Mhm. Yeah.
See what color it is?
Yeah, red,
What's yours?
gray,
White.
gray.
Getting grayer every
I
day.
think there's some black
It's
mixed in there.
two-tone.
Gray is supposed to be like, wisdom,
Well,
intelligence.
my dad said I don't care what color it turns as long as it doesn't turn loose.
Thank you very much.
That's
Mine did.
and on the line.
Yes.
Speaking of turning loose, it is. We typically welcome on the first Tuesday of the month Virginia Foxx, but I had a schedule conflict, so I appreciate you accommodating us and calling in today. Welcome.
Well, I'm glad to be with you anytime, William.
Well, we appreciate that. Last Tuesday, I believe it was last Tuesday, may have been Monday. I think it was the president's 100th day in office. And there's been a lot of progress made by the administration thus far. So let's kick off with how do you think he did his first 100 days?
Well, it's been a fast 100 days. It seemed like a long time since we've spoken, but the 100 days of this administration have gone by very fast. And when you have a lot of activity, I think it makes things go by fast. You hear people say this every day. Oh, I had a slow day. It seemed, it's taken forever to end. But so much has gone on. I think he signed 142 or something like that. Executive orders. It makes your head spin. Most of what the news has been in D.C. has been about how much activity there has been by the president. Certainly as a contrast from our previous president when he would go to bed or check out at 10 o'clock in the morning, get up at 9 and check out at 10. So it's been fast and furious. And we are dealing with that every day up here in terms of executive orders. I answer my own mail, and so every day I've gotten letters about the pace of things up here. But it's okay. Congress has been very busy too. We came in, of course, 17 days before the president. So we've been working on things ourselves in addition to dealing with all the executive orders.
I think the president's budget is called, is it the budget that got one big beautiful bill?
Well, yeah, and he actually wants the legislation to be called the one big beautiful bill. Sometimes we can name legislation. We run into problems with the parliamentarians about naming bills, though, sometimes. But the speaker told us at the leadership meeting this week that the president had this paper run off from the computer that said the one big beautiful bill, and then he signed it for the speaker and some of the leadership in the Congress. So he brought it to the leadership meeting to show us that what happens in North Carolina is slightly different from what happens in the Congress. North Carolina passes a budget, they call it, and it is really the appropriations bill. In that we do two separate things up here. We do a budget which outlines the amount of money being spent in each area with no specifics. And we did that earlier in the year. And then we go into the appropriations process where we outline specifically how we're allocating money. So that's the way we do it. So we have a budget which we're working on, which are they say top line numbers, and then we will work on the appropriations, and that's going to be the one big beautiful bill. But what that is our reconciliation, and it will have policy in it, but not a lot of policy because we're limited by the Senate parliamentarian and Senate rules as to how much we can put in there. Many, many, many years ago, there was a provision put in the Senate rules, which they've chosen not to take out, by Robert Byrd of West Virginia, which limits what you can put in an appropriations bill. If it doesn't have an impact on funding, then you can't put it in.
Well, and I thought this was interesting. Prior to you becoming a chair of the Rules Committee, you were chair of the Education and Workforce Committee, and I think you're still on that committee, are you not?
Correct.
And you passed the Student Success and Taxpayer Savings Plan. And the number that I saw that this would save was astounding, $330 billion. Wow. Explain
Correct. Well, what we're doing is we're revamping student loans. You know, under Obamacare, I don't mean to get in the weeds, but before Obamacare was passed under President Obama, the federal government was in the loan business in a very, very small way. But we do have rules in Congress that says if you're going to spend money, you have to cut funding somewhere else or find a way to raise revenue. And the way President Obama and his staff did it is they created Obamacare, and to pay for it, and it's a hugely expensive program, they put in a student loan program. It made the federal government the biggest bank in this country and maybe in the world. And so it started loaning money to students in a big, big way. We now have outstanding loans of $1.7 trillion to people who have gone to school since President Obama was in office. And it's not a great program at all. We loan money. You know, I don't know how many people in your listening audience would loan, $180,000 to somebody who has no collateral and 18 to 20 years old. They don't get that much at that age, but they can accumulate a lot of debt while they're in school. And then we have trouble getting them pay it back because they think, well, I'm just borrowing from the federal government. And it's not like a car loan or a house loan. You can't go out there and repossess it and have some value.
No, but you can.
So
you can,
anyway, we're
you can garnish wages. You can garnish wages, and I think the IRS
we
will start
can,
doing that, right?
and we will. But they've never done that much. They've just never been willing to do that. The Democrats really designed this to be a grant program. It was basically, we're going to pay for your college. They didn't say it that way, but that's the way they set it up. So the reason we're saving $330 billion is we're changing the way the loan program is done. We're cutting back on how much you can, we're averaging out what people can borrow. We won't have these outrageous loans in the future. We're cutting one program called the Parent Plus back dramatically. And then we're saying there are only two ways that you can pay back your money. Right now, believe it or not, there are 45 different ways you can pay back money. And it's so confusing to students. And then all of this was put in abeyance during COVID. So we haven't been collecting money. I mean, it's just been horrible. And so if we can implement this, this will be put into the one big, beautiful bill. This is what the president's talking about. So we have, we had 7 committees meet last week. We have 3 committees meeting this week. 1 committee is probably going to report out, but we'll put all of these together. Let me see how many. There are going to be probably, I'm trying to, 18 or 19 committees. I can't remember exactly how many. They'll each have their spending bills, what they're going to put in reconciliation. They'll send them all to the budget committee. The budget committee puts them together in one package. The budget committee is not allowed to change anything. And then the budget committee submits that to rules, the committee I chair. People can put amendments on that. So it's a fairly complicated but long process, but we want to get this all done by Memorial Day. And the poor Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, is up day and night working with people to get a compromise so, we can get this passed. We only have a 3-vote margin, and so he's got to try to please 220 people, which is impossible.
That is that. I think a congresswoman I know once told me that the only way to please people is to serve ice cream.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can make everybody happy. So, maybe you need to hire.
And then you can't get the right flavor.
That's right. That's right.
Vanilla is the most popular. What does that tell you about people? Vanilla is the most popular.
We're boring. That's what it tells you. Maybe you need to hire Vinny the collector to go after the student loans. Kneecap a couple of people. They'll pay the loans back. You never know. Well,
we do need people to pay their loans back. If they don't pay it back, they think it just is the government. Well, the government is us, you and
That's
me.
right.
We're paying back their loans.
That's right. We were talking up in the high country the other day about the roads that are being rebuilt and the fact that the government is rebuilding the roads. And I said, no, gentlemen, we're rebuilding the roads. The government is providing our funds to help rebuild those roads. So
where the government is the funnel, it collects our money. I just was reading a letter from somebody on Medicare. They didn't like the fact that they were being forced to go on Medicare. Well, what does that tell you? The government created a program that it forces you to go into. You ever think about that?
Right.
Why is it the government's forcing you to go into a program you don't want? It's because the program's no good. And if you are voluntarily allowed to go in it, you won't go in it.
That's right. Well, as always, we appreciate your time. Thank you for everything you do, not only for the great state of North Carolina, your district here, us here in Iredell County too. We appreciate your efforts, and as always, we'll look forward to talking to you next month. Excuse me.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you all keeping people informed, and you, William. You know that you're giving good advice to people on how to manage their money to get the most out of it, to keep the government out of your pocket.
Legally.
Legally.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's make sure we say that. Legally and ethically.
Thank you.
Right.
Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Virginia Foxx, she's 5th district still.
She is still 5th district.
Yes.
We're 10th district.
It doesn't include Iredell any longer, but it's always good to hear from
the
her.
Rev is a troublemaker.
Oh, yeah?
I'm over here talking, and he passes me this note. You want to tell him what you passed?
No.
You don't? You want me to tell him what you passed?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's content for us.
That's right. Privileged
That's right.
information.
It is privileged. Let me tell you. It just comes to his mind.
I know.
He's that way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you have any if you have any comments or questions, all you have to do is contact William Morgan.
704-878-6677. The web address is mycmg.net, and you can find us on Facebook. I thought I would enunciate.
You did very
perfectly
well. I like that. Every time you hear William Morgan on the radio, you know you'll always be
right on the money.
Ooh, yeah.
Securities offered through Grove Point Investments, LLC. Member, FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Grove Point Advisors, LLC. Grove Point Investments, LLC and Grove Point Advisors, LLC are subsidiaries of Grove Point Financial, LLC. Capital Management Group is not affiliated with Grove Point Financial, LLC or its subsidiaries.
Automotive style suspension and integrated cutting decks, Ferris commercial mowers are engineered to deliver a quality cut faster, allowing professional landscapers to earn more profit and bragging rights. Ferris suspension is not just a feature or a marketing gimmick, it's a game changer that simply has to be experienced. True suspension changes everything. Visit RC's Lawnmower Sales and Service, 150 RC Farm Drive, and set up a test drive and feel the Ferris difference. Ferris, experience suspension.
Real Country is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
All right, good morning. It is a minute after 8 o'clock. We've got lots of sunshine. Going to be a beautiful day in the sunny south. 53 our temperature up here on beautiful Signal Hill. We'll check out the weather with Sherry Bell Wilson coming up. But first, a look at the news brought to you by Caudle Coin and Currency on East Front Street in beautiful downtown Statesville. Well, if you'll remember, in the early morning hours of Monday, deputies responded to a report of a possible burglary and stabbing at 143 Ginger Lane in Mooresville. Upon arrival, deputies identified 37-year-old Joshua Andrew Moore as a potential suspect who had already fled the scene. An immediate investigation was launched, and deputies received information that Moore had gone to a Charlotte area hospital prior to their arrival for medical treatment for his stab wounds. However, before deputies arrived, Joshua Moore fled from the hospital. By the early morning of yesterday, investigators discovered information indicating that Joshua Andrew Moore and another suspect, Jasmine Marie Webb, were hiding in a trailer located behind 129 Davis Trail Lane near Troutman. Deputies from the Warrant Squad, Patrol Division, and investigative units responded quickly and established a secure perimeter. Upon detecting movement in the trailer, deputies called Moore out. Joshua Moore surrendered to the deputies without incident. Deputies entered the trailer and located Jasmine Webb. Both Joshua Moore and Jasmine Webb were taken into custody and transported to the Iredell County Sheriff's Office. Investigators continue gathering information and compiling the details surrounding the Ginger Lane burglary and stabbing. Joshua Andrew Moore was charged, and Magistrate Nicholson issued no bond. Jasmine Marie Webb was also charged, and Magistrate Imes also issued no bond. Well, the Statesville City Council approved a rezoning request to allow for a proposed 90-home subdivision on Peachtree Road Monday night. The site, made of 4 parcels, is near the Love's Travel Stop and Interstate 40. It totals 32.30 acres and is inside the city limits. The proposed 90-lot development is expected to have a value of $33,250,000. The developer, Eddie Moore with McAdams, agreed to reduce the development size from 162 lots to 90 after a September 5th meeting with nearby residents. The rezoning allows for a maximum of 95 homes, according to the city. The developer also agreed to eliminate a connection to Maplewood Lane and to keep trees along the property lines as buffers, among other concessions. The city council will hear a second reading on the rezoning before the final approval. Well, that sinkhole in downtown Statesville will be repaired over the next 2 months. The sinkhole opened under the pavement of the intersection of Trad and Front Streets back on March 3rd. City crews used video inspections of the sewer and stormwater infrastructure and the intersection and surrounding streets to assess the extent of the damage. The city said a 20-foot section of pipe needed to be replaced. On Monday, the Statesville City Council approved a contract for $373,000 with Country Boy Landscaping to repair that sinkhole. The contract is expected to be signed this week, and the work should be completed within the next 2 months. The city said it's replacing the outdated stormwater and sanitary sewer systems in the area and not just fix the sinkhole to avoid other issues. A look at your sports and Sherry Bell Wilson's weather coming up next. Hey, Doug Caudle, why is the road closed in front of Caudle Coin and Currency?
Well, Billy, we've got a big old sinkhole down below us.
What?
But don't worry, you can still get to us. In fact, we're having a sinkhole sale. That's right. Whether you need to buy or sell gold and silver, including jewelry, We can work with you and offer you a fair price and even pay you right on the spot.
Gosh, with all the volatility in the world, tariffs, stock market corrections, high interest rates, wars, rumors of wars, things seem to be in a constant state of turmoil these days. Is gold and silver still a safe haven?
Well, Billy, I'm not a financial advisor, but it sure has worked for thousands of years. So if it makes sense for you, we have gold and silver coins and bars in all sizes, and that will fit any budget.
All right, go by and see our friends at Caudle Coin and Currency. They're located in downtown Statesville at 125 East Front Street. Mention you heard about the sinkhole sale on WAME, and you get to choose a terrific coin from the Billy Buck box of prizes.
Ryan Scott's at Randy Marion Chevy in Statesville, and what are you doing now?
I tell you, we got the deals going on. Typical Randy Marion fashion. King of Price 2024 brand new Chevrolet Malibu LT starting at $19,988. $19,988 brand new, not used. You come pick the color today. Randy Marion Chevrolet Statesville right here on I-40. Look for the spinning car, folks, because that's where the deals are.
Ants, spiders, mosquitoes, and other common pests can be a big problem. Don't battle them alone. Let us help keep your home pest-free this summer. Looking for a friendly, effective, affordable pest control solution? Our A1 Home Shield plans are designed to suit your needs and your budget. Plans start at $35 a month and include a free inspection. Stop living with bugs. For a limited time, save $50 on your initial treatment. A1 Pest Control. No bugs here. A1 Pest Control. A-1PC.com. That's A-1PC.com.
Johnson Greenhouses offers a wide selection of fresh flowers and hand-delivered arrangements for every occasion. Graduation's coming up, and every grad needs that rose or special arrangement after walking across that stage to receive their diploma. And make the occasion even better by selecting a Scout bag. Tote bags, storage boxes, thread wallets is something every grad needs, even if they don't know it yet. Johnson Greenhouses also has delicious Ladyfingers frozen foods, which are excellent for easy meals when guests come in for visits. And are also excellent for neighbors, folks who may be sick, or just because you care about someone. Call ahead for your order, 704-873-4345. Johnson Greenhouses, 204 Salisbury Road. Oh, I almost forgot Mother's Day is Sunday.
ProgressiveInsurance.com presents the Sports Flash on Real Country 550 and 92.9 WAME. The Carolina Hurricanes beat the Washington Capitals 2-1 in overtime last night to take a 1-0 lead in their playoff series. Jacob Slavin scored the winner. 13 saves in the win for Frederik Andersen. Game 2 is Thursday night in Washington before the series shifts to Raleigh for games 3 and 4. In 10 innings, the Braves beat the Reds 2-1 in Atlanta. Michael Harris II hit a tying double in the 9th, and then Marcell Ozuna singled home the winning run in the 10th. Atlanta has wins in 3 in a row. Raisel Iglesias struck out 2 in a hitless inning for the win. He improves to 2-2. Cincinnati's dropped 4 straight. Atlanta's Chris Sale and Cincinnati's Andrew Abbott started, and they kept the game scoreless through 7 innings. Abbott struck out 8, while Sale fanned 10. Braves righty Grant Holmes starts tonight, while the Reds will go with right-hander Hunter Green. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. That's the Sports Flash. I'm Chuck Sanders, Real Country 550 and 92.9 WAME.
Count on Kohl's for those special gifts mom deserves this Mother's Day. Inspire her inner chef with must-haves for her kitchen, wellness essentials for her fitness routine, and jewelry for her perfect night out. Plus, you can save 15% on some of your finds and earn Kohl's cash. Find mom's perfect gift in time for Mother's Day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer valid through May 11th. Kohl's cash and coupons do not apply to Sephora. Exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for more details.
Welcome to Staples.
Hi, I hear Staples prints it all.
Oh, you bet. Posters, banners.
Can you print it all for Father's Day?
Oh, of course. Photo gifts like canvas prints, photo puzzles.
Can you print it all for graduation?
Sure can. Custom cards and invites.
Can you print a huge banner with the grad's picture?
Oh, definitely.
Even an embarrassing baby picture?
Oh, those are the best kind.
I know, right?
Print it all for dads and grads at Staples. And right now, get 40% off custom cards, invites, and photo gifts. N75 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
This weather update is brought to you by A1 Pest Control, your first line of defense against unwanted guests. From ants to termites, A1 Pest Control is the trusted choice for safe, effective solutions that protect your home. Don't let pests overstay their welcome. Visit A1termitepc.com. That's A1termitepc.com and book your service today. Going to be in the mid to upper 50s as we're heading out this Wednesday morning. It's going to be mostly sunny this morning, then it's going to be mostly cloudy this afternoon. Highs are going to be around 75. And overnight lows going to be around 55. Mostly sunny on Thursday. We do have a chance for some afternoon showers. Highs are going to be around 78. Friday, it's going to be mostly cloudy and a little cooler. Got a chance for showers in the afternoon. Highs are going to be in the low to mid 70s. Cool mornings, warm afternoons. Loving our sunny south spring weather this week. And that's today's weather from your sunny south weather girl, Sherry Bell Wilson with WAME.
The Carolina Swap Shop, weekdays at 10 a.m.
Well, it's been some time. You still look like an angel. I heard you're doing fine.
WAME at 17, almost 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. And beautiful sunshine, just a gorgeous day in the sunny south. Welcome to our town. 56, our temperature out there. Our good friends at the Iredell County Register of Deeds is doing military appreciation hot dog drive-through tomorrow morning from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. You pull up in front of the Register of Deeds building, and they'll bring out the hot dog lunch to you curbside right there, what they call Constitution Lane, which is at the courthouse and the sheriff's office. See, you got Register of Deeds and something else is over there too. So anyway, if you can go and do, if you're a military, whether a veteran or you're current military, a hot dog, chips, and a drink are waiting for you over at the Register of Deeds tomorrow. And you guys I saw you, you had boxes and boxes packed up. What was that?
Yeah. So
in the hallway?
Right. So our Beulah Go did packed 1,700 bags, encouragement bags for our teachers here at the end of the year. Just a little, hey, we love you, appreciate all that you do. So yeah, they went out to all the different schools. Oh well, and it's not just teachers; it's classified staff and
all of them.
Yeah, senior staff. All
How many
so,
you say?
I think it was 1,700, somewhere around there.
Wow.
And then our first responder gift bags will be going out to firehouses and or the goodie baskets, we call them, will be going out to our first responders and law enforcement and
fire and all that rescue.
Yeah, we're grateful we get to work alongside of some extraordinary people.
That's
here's what's so amazing to me is that over the course of, well, today is 8 years at Beulah, but over the course of us trying to be very involved, there's a contingent in your neighborhood that's always like, no, we should not have any churches involved in any kind of public, and here's the craziness about this. When you have entities, whether it be a church, the law enforcement agency, fire and rescue, health and wellness, counseling centers, any kind of group that's trying to produce a productive citizen,
right?
We ought to be tied together.
Absolutely.
Now, I think I incorporate them all with what I do is trying to find a renewed, we call it born again,
right?
Law abiding, healthy in mind and body, steward for life. And that's why we preach the gospel, because it infiltrates every part that other structures are trying to combat, the brokenness, which theologically we call sin.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, if we all can recognize brokenness,
right?
Why are we so up in arms of somebody getting unbroken?
The devil.
Oh, well, that's the truth.
The devil's in there. That's right.
I was praying the other morning. That was so interesting because the Lord, when I called your name, the Lord was like, who? And the devil said, you talking about my best friend again? Leave him alone. I like him a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Just
That's
kidding.
so appreciative. Thank you very much.
Just kidding.
All right. 21 minutes after 8 o'clock. Here we go. Yeah, the cough is better than yabba dabba
doo.
That's it. That's all he's going to get today. Last time he tried yabba dabba doo.
Oh, I about passed out.
I know it. That was bad. All right. Yes, it's time for the world's most popular radio game show. And that, of course, is The Impossible Question. The opportunity for you to win fabulous prizes. All right. Yesterday, if you have this job, you walk about 4.5 miles per day. And the answer turned out to be a nurse. About everybody I talked to said it's probably more than that. But Jim in beautiful Mooresville got the big win yesterday. So congratulations. Now we've got today's impossible question. Listen carefully. What?
I just remember when I was in undergrad outside of the nursing department, there would just be this huge cloud of smoke. This is before vapes. I'm that old. I was saying, here they are, the practitioners of health, so stressed out. Yeah, smoke break. Thank God they're walking as much as they are.
That's true. All right. Today's impossible question sounds like this. Research shows. Research shows. No, I can't do it. That left-handed people, I'm going to throw you out, are 3 times more likely to do this than right-handed people. They're more likely to do what? or not do what? Research shows us that left-handed people are 3 times more likely to do this than right-handed people. Do what? All right. 704-873-9929. 704-873-9929. Or, of course, we're on the Facebooks or YouTubes. See if you can answer this morning's impossible question. All right. Sussman comes in before Vaughn does and says, Lobach overalls from Fort Dobbs Hardware. No, that's not it. Let's see here.
No, Vaughn already said it.
Sissy says, become an attorney. No, that's not it. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, guys.
Hey, what do you think?
Pick the right lottery number.
Hey, I don't know if that's true, but I like it. But that's not it.
Yeah, I think I'll change the left hand.
All right.
Does the rep have any left-handed friends out there? Please call me now.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, Billy, it's Clay.
Hey, Clay. What do you think?
Trip over the crack in the sidewalk.
No, that's not it. But that was good. All right.
Gosh, I love Clay.
Glenn says play golf. No. Joe says play golf right-handed. No. You boys.
Maybe that's the reason my golf game's so bad is I'm left-handed suppressed.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Hey, they're so mad with the fridge door.
Now say it one more time.
Hit themselves with the fridge door. Hit themselves with the fridge door.
No, that's not it.
We got any milk in here, Mom?
I like it though. All right. Good morning. How you doing?
Good.
Good. What do you think?
I think it's better at certain sports like boxing, fencing.
Oh, better at certain sports. That's good, but no, that's not it. All right, thanks. Good morning. How you doing? No, not using the phone.
Oh, left-handed Lou, he could pull that pocket knife out in 8th grade faster than everybody else could.
He was, boom, got it. All right, 704-873-9929. According to research, the left-handed people are 3 times more likely to do this than right-handed people. To do what?
Crystalline Justice says, right with their left hand.
Well, that's good, but no. Good morning. How you doing?
Eat with the right hand.
Eat with their right hand. No, that's not it. All right. Good morning. How you doing?
Hello. I would like to say make a career out of music.
Make a career out of music. Very nice. But no, that's not it. All right. Thanks.
That's that left brain, right brain kind of stuff right there.
Of course, Coleman, vote Republican. No, it's the left, Coleman. It's the left. Let's see here. Wearing low-back overalls from Fort Dobbs Hardware. Glenn says putting your clothes on backward. No, that's not funny. It. All right. I assume you're right-handed.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been omnidirectional? You could use the left hand for anything. When your right hand gets tired, you switch over to your left hand. Good morning. How you doing? No, not your phone. Good morning. How you doing?
Fist fight.
I'm good. How are y'all doing this morning?
Good. What do you think?
Well, since I throw with my left hand, so can I say like throw with your left hand?
Throw? No,
Yes.
not throw. All right. Thanks. All right. We need a clue.
I thought she was going to say throwing hands.
Amen.
I'm about to throw hands.
Have to throw hands now. We need a clue. Need a clue.
Man.
It has really nothing to do with your ability to use your hands. Left-handed people have this tendency to do this.
Yeah,
they have a tendency to do this. And I don't know where the study came
this
from.
This would be like a flaw. Like
yeah,
that could aggravate somebody about you.
Yes,
you know, like
like
your spouse could get really upset, or your partner, or your friends get really upset because you do this a lot.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll start with that. 873-9929, or hit us up on the interwebs, and that is on WAME Radio Real Country 929 is the Facebook page, or on the YouTubes. Vaughn says, write with either hand. No. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning again. I'll say talk in their sleep.
Talk in their sleep. There's a good guess, but no, that's not it.
All right.
All right. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, Billy, how about pick your nose?
No, that's not it.
I'm ambidextrous.
That's right. Emma says, chew with her mouth open. No. Vaughn says, be more artistic. No. Joe says, is it stutter when they say research? Thanks, Joe. Have a great day. Good morning. How you doing?
Good.
What do you think?
I think it's show up late.
Show up late to things. Always showing up late is exactly what it is. Very good. That's right. According to this thing, research says that left-handed people are 3 times more likely to show up late to whatever it is. All right, who we talking to? What's the first name?
Orson.
Oh.
O-R-S-O-N.
Orson Foxx?
Clock. K-L-O-C-K.
Oh, that's right. I haven't talked to you in forever.
Orson, left-handed people have difficulty hearing as well.
Yeah,
when they do their research.
I'm omnidirectional. Thank you. All right, Orson, hang on here a second. We'll get you a full address, okay?
All right.
All right. There you go. All right, Orson, that's it. I don't know where it came from or how they studied it, but that's what it says. Left-handed people are 3 times more likely to show up late to things. Tired of roof troubles? Well, since 2010, Down Home Roofing has been the trusted choice for homeowners and businesses across Northwest North Carolina, providing expert residential, commercial, and repair services for all roof types. They back their installations with a solid 10-year workmanship warranty and offer free, no-obligation quotes. From complete replacements to minor repairs, their team ensures your roof is one less thing you have to worry about. Don't wait till it's too late. Get covered with Down Home Roofing today. Call 704-662-2416. That's 704-662-2416.
Whether you're a builder or ready to start building your dream home, you already know the advantages of a brick home. Statesville Brick, since 1891, has been making 100% wood-fired brick at their Tumble Brick facility in Statesville. With 4 different sizes and a multitude of colors, Statesville Brick representatives will help you find the exact right brick for the look you want. Start thinking about building with Statesville Brick today with a visit to their website at statesvillebrick.com, statesvillebrick.com. Statesville Brick, so nice to have around the house.
Are you ready to transform your property? Gale Excavation and Tree Care is here for all your residential and commercial needs from Statesville to Charlotte. From land clearing and grading to shoreline stabilization, we've got you covered. Need tree removal or septic system installations? Our licensed and insured team handles it all with precision and care. Plus, we offer reliable hauling services to make your project seamless. Don't wait any longer. Call us today at 704-253-3087 or 704-880-8841. Visit us online at galeexcavationandtreecare.com. Gale Excavation and Tree Care, your trusted partner for quality service at an affordable price.
Oh, thanks. I really like trees a lot.
Ryan Scott's over here at Randy Marion Ford. What's going on?
Billy Buck, new location, Randy Marion Ford pre-owned right here on Folger Drive. Yes, right across the interstate from the main Ford Lincoln showroom. We have moved over here, so number 1, we can stock more units. Number 2, we can service our customers better. And number 3, when you stock more units in volume, the prices are better. So Randy Marion Ford pre-owned right here on Folger Drive, right across the interstate from the main Ford and Lincoln showroom. Come see us today.
April showers mean May flowers, right? No, it means more amusement. Games, that is. Get that special mom in your life a new arcade game. May also means graduation. Grab that grad some gaming swag to spruce up a new dorm room. Whatever the occasion, Pocket Change Amusement has you covered, from pool tables to shuffleboard and everything in between. Come see us Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, 2731 Amity Hill Road, Statesville. And remember, just look for the jukebox door.
You've found your diamond in the rough. Now it's time to find a diamond to celebrate that love. R. Gregory Jewelers takes the search overseas to the diamond capital of the world, Antwerp, Belgium. We go thousands of miles to handpick from thousands of carats to discover the most beautiful diamonds before they're ever even seen by other stores. Antwerp sparkles with beauty and history, but its brilliant advantage to you is the best selection and value. For your 1 in a million, choose an Antwerp diamond from R. Gregory Jewelers.
This is Real Country, 550 and 92.9 WAME.
Girl, you never know no one like me. Up there in your high society. They might tell you I'm no good. Girl, they need to understand just who I am. I may be a real bad boy, but baby, I'm a real good man. I may drink too much and play too loud, hang out with a rough and rowdy crowd.
Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand in the state tournament why we're playing the same guys that we played in our conference. And so you would think that we would be either on the other side of the bracket from one another or whatnot. So it's just a different look. But there are 9 conferences in each region. So
The bracket things are really kind of weird anyway.
now because of how they've done it, and next year it's going to be even odder. So
Otter
or different.
Otter,
not utter.
Yeah, that too. All right, it is 14 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Rise and shine here. Beautiful Wednesday morning. Join us Saturday, May 10th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for the 8th Annual Foothills Folk Art Festival in downtown Newton. This vibrant, family-friendly event attracts thousands, celebrating local and regional contemporary folk and fine artists with works for sale, artist demonstrations, and hands-on art activities for the kids, featuring over 100 art vendors. Enjoy live music on 2 stages featuring the Sigmund Stringers, Mac Arnold and Play the Blues, and more. Plus, savor delicious food from downtown restaurants and food trucks and relax in our beer garden. Don't miss this celebration of creativity and community at the Foothills Folk Art Festival, downtown Newton. Visit us at downtownnewton.org. Tired of roof troubles? Well, since 2010, Down Home Roofing has been the trusted choice for homeowners and businesses across Northwest North Carolina, providing expert residential, commercial, and repair services for all roof types. They back their installations with a solid 10-year workmanship warranty and offer free, no-obligation quotes. From complete replacements to minor repairs, their team ensures your roof is one less thing you have to worry about. Don't wait till it's too late. Get covered with Down Home Roofing today. Call 704-662-2416. That's 704-662-2416.
At Banner Drug, we are proud that we've been serving our customers since 1996. Our pharmacy offers a personalized customer service experience you expect from a locally owned store. To help you with your prescriptions, we offer local area delivery right to your door. You can call in your prescription refill order, or better yet, use the convenient refill button on our website at bannerdrug.com. Banner Drug, with 2 locations in Statesville, the corner of Greenbrier and Highway 64 East, and 307 North Center Street downtown, and 111 West Memorial Highway in Harmony.
Get a ride on time. Iredell County Transportation System, ICATS, provides safe, affordable transportation for all residents. ICATS help Iredell County residents get to and from the store, dialysis, work, doctor visits, parks and recreation, and so much more. ICATS works with everyone to provide safe transportation on schedule. Have peace of mind when traveling with ICATS. They hire professional drivers to help serve our community. ICATS continues to be a well-known, respected public transportation system, and they strive to work with their riders to ensure everyone has a positive experience. Dial 704-873-9393 to schedule your ride today. That's 704-873-9393, or visit rideicats.com. Eagle Rental is your secret weapon for conquering any project, from fixing a fence to building a fortress. Need tools? Well, they got more than a hardware store on steroids. Need some advice? Their team dishes out pro tips faster than you can say, "How's this thing work?" Whether you're a DIY daredevil or a pro with a plan, Eagle Rental ensures you got the right gear and the know-how how to crush it. Skip the guesswork. Eagle Rental has your back and your project. In Statesville and Troutman, Eagle Rental.
Real Country, 550 and 92.9 WAME. Ronnie Millsap had something like 30 or 40 #1 hit records. We remind you just how fine he is. He's playing every day on 550 and 92.9 WAME.
Bless your heart, Sherry Bill Wilson. Just love you.
What she do?
She texts us and tells me when something's wrong.
No.
So anyway, the satellite's supposed to come between like this week, sometime from this weekend to next weekend.
I'm sure we have the capacity to like blow it out of the sky.
Wouldn't that be cool though?
What?
To see it blow up in the sky.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't hurt a lot of people. I can understand
Well,
it coming
yeah.
to the United Kingdom specifically with all
Can
the Sharia law that's trying to happen there.
can you no, I bet you can't. Are you sure that scientist isn't named Marco Polo? Thank you very much. The Hain lines. They're always good for that.
Those guys are
Listen,
something
they-
else. I love them.
Oh, they are. All right. It is 9:00 in the morning on this Wednesday.
Country is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
I've seen a lot of places. I've been around the world.
And with a head as big as mine, it takes a lot more oxygen to get it there to the brain. But I just thought about 5 light-hearted and funny things that could genuinely boost your mood or improve your life.
Lard-headed was a good
Lard-headed.
It just kind of slipped out there, didn't it? I was hoping you were going to let that go.
No, Lord.
But you didn't. Just wait. Yours is coming. Here we go.
Okay, buddy.
So here's 5 light-hearted things for all you, the lard-headed folks that are out there. And hard-hearted people that are out there. The first of which is, what if you just started talking to inanimate objects during the course of your day like they were old friends? Like giving pep talks to your toaster in the morning and saying, come on, little buddy, don't let me down. Toast this bread light and brown. I mean, that would be a good start to the day, or congratulating your plant on not dying this week.
I talked to my flowers. Good thing you reminded me to water you.
Yeah. Could you imagine Duck in the morning in the mirror talking to the wrinkles on his forehead? Hey, boys, if it starts raining today, just squinch up and be a gutter for my eyebrows.
Out of my eyes.
You know, it gives you an inner monologue a chance to shine.
Yes.
Secondly, maybe I did this for many a day, and then when my kids started wearing my socks, I lost them all. But what about wearing some ridiculous socks that only you know about? You know, like having some taco printed socks, or socks of Duck's face with a pie getting ready to be thrown into it.
Just duck socks.
Yeah.
Different colors.
That's right.
You know, under a serious workout fit is kind of like a secret rebellion against adulthood. It's like a private joke to yourself. It's like, I don't care how you just chew my butt out. I got pizza socks on today. I got Hot Pocket socks on today.
I don't think he's got some of them Scooby-Doo underwears on there.
Well, that's on your list, not mine.
Thank you very much.
I wonder if I did have Scooby-Doo snacks, if First Lady would ask for a Scooby snack.
You need a Scooby snack, Rick. Good boy.
Well, number 3, creating overly dramatic narration for everyday events. Like turning your walk to the fridge into a suspense thriller, or narrating your commute to work like a nature document, transforming boring routines into comedy gold. Like, and here we observe the rare, pre-caffeinated human in its natural habitat, sneaking its way to the Keurig. Tell me that wouldn't just be a good way to start your day.
There is a lady putting makeup on with a spatula.
Exactly. And a cigarette in the other hand on her way to work.
While drinking coffee.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
How about number 4? I really like this one. And it works unless your friend has a pet name. But what about using absurdly specific pet names for friends or pets, like calling your cat Sir Flumpalump III, or greeting your best friend with here comes the supreme commander of jerkiness.
Or when I walk in the room, it's all rise.
Yeah. Or it just plays, playful absurdity on a relationship. Because why? Humor deepens the bonds. And here's the one I think would work best for all of us. What if we just decided in the middle of our day, no matter where it was at, we just decided to dance, just dancing badly like no one's watching, especially when someone is. There's pure joy in letting loose and doing a horrendous interpretive dance in the kitchen, the break room, in the hallway in between offices, especially if someone catches you and joins in. It breaks the tension and reminds you that you're not to take yourself too serious. And being able to not take yourself too serious really is a life skill. Like jumping in the elevator and just do the
twerking, shoulder
shiver,
If I do a dance at all, it's weirdly odd.
Most things you do are weirdly odd, but we
right.
tolerate it.
That's exactly right.
So here, I just want to encourage you today, give one of those a try and see if it's not a little lighter and you're able to take yourself a little less serious.
What's the secretary at the church? What's her name?
Our office manager?
Yeah.
Is Veda.
Veda. Veda, I'm telling you right now.
Oh, they already see most of these.
See him in there doing a pirouette.
No.
What's that other one? A plie?
I normally come out of my office going, I'm gonna lose my mind, doing the Saturday Night Fever, dance.
So I can
it's
only
good.
imagine what happens at City Hall.
Well, it's interesting at times. Sometimes it's a dance down the hall. Oh yeah, y'all should have took that phone call. And then other times it's a slither. Like, well, I'm just emulating that person.
Could you imagine if Duck had the same mannerisms as Enos on the Dukes of Hazzard? That would be hilarious. Every time somebody stands up and says something you disagree with, you're like,
Now, that actually is a good observation to find out, like, because apparently you get quite a few calls.
Oh yeah.
That are disagreeable. How's that?
Absolutely.
So if I'm sitting out front, who sits out front at City Hall?
Well, it depends on which window. We have two windows.
Oh, you do?
Yes. And Bree sits at the one on the left. That's for the police.
I see.
And then Jessica sits at the one on the right, and she's the first one to greet 99% of the people that walks in.
So you come out of the office and you say a string of not so nice words.
Don't do it.
Okay, you don't do that.
No.
Okay.
I do that in my office, but I don't come out of the office doing that.
So you get it all done in the office.
That's right. That's right.
Come back out. Well, good morning.
That's one reason why they took my office from the hall that most of the staff worked on at the time.
Yes.
And put me at the far end of the building to where nobody can overhear.
Is there a basement?
No.
Oh,
no,
dang.
Not in that building.
So,
But there was one time I was talking to a particular county commissioner, and we both stated our opinions very loudly.
I see.
And there might have been some profanity
Oh
involved
my!
from both sides.
I see.
And when I got off the phone, it's like 2 or 3 of them come to my door. You okay? I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know who you was talking to, but Lord have mercy. I was like, not biblical conversation, by no means. And they're like, okay, we got to do something.
Yeah.
Some of the staff left, and police sometimes are like being in the military.
Mm-hmm.
When they start talking to one another, they talk in the language that was spoken to them by whomever they may have had an interaction with.
They're just repeating for the sake of the truth. Yes,
and it turns out they're like, oh. And as I try to remind people, look, if your mama was sitting here, would you talk that way? Some of them, my mama's worse than me. but at the same token, we had one about a week and a half ago, somewhere in that neighborhood, 2 weeks ago. We cut their water off.
Oh, did you now?
Cut it off. And for our town policy, I'm not speaking for the others.
Mm-hmm.
Our town policy, if you hadn't paid your bill in 2 months,
yes,
you're on the cutoff list. You get a notice. Hey,
yeah,
we're going to cut your water off on
Right.
such and such day. It's not like we just sneak out at 4 a.m. and cut it off before you know about it. We try to make sure that everybody knows why.
Mm-hmm.
And our policy even allows 2 exceptions a year, that when you have gotten behind 2 months, that you can call and say, hey, I need to make arrangements because.
Yes.
And depending on their circumstances, okay, it's granted request. But this lady, she called and she was not very nice. And then she started making racial comments.
Oh my.
About our staff.
Oh
being,
my.
Being racist.
Oh my.
The person she was talking to was the same race she was. And it kind of took the employee back, like, I don't know where this come from. and she said, I'm on the way up there. So, it's going to be good. She got up there and talked to the lady, and she said, I'm going to let you speak, my supervisor. The supervisor comes over, was a different race, and she started that racial garbage again.
Yes.
And then the main supervisor comes out of his office and said, "Ooh,
excuse me, ma'am."
We call him money bags, but it's the finance director. He said, "Oh, you can't, don't do that." And she said, "I just want to know how many blank people's water you cut off and what race are they?" He said, "What? our bills say you paid or you didn't. If you didn't, we don't know. And she's like, but then she followed it up with a phone call to me.
Yes.
With some of those same accusations about all of us being racist. And then I called her back. I mean, she left me a message and I called her back. She didn't answer the phone. And while I was talking to a town council member,
yes,
lo and behold, my desk phone rings.
How about that?
And I look at the phone number. I said, "Oh, you need to listen to this." He said, "What?" I said, "Just listen, just listen." And I picked up the phone and she's like, "You boop, 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 don't you ever boop, boop, call my boop, boop again." And I'm like, click. He said, "Did I miss something?" I said, I've already sent you an email.
Very nice.
But there's very few times we can actually document.
Oh, yes.
Most of the time it's, well, we so-and-so said and so-and-so heard.
Oh,
But
yeah.
this
Oh,
time,
yeah.
that one left enough trail to document. And it was kind of ironic, bless her heart. I make $300,000 a year. You not think I pay my water bill? Obviously.
Apparently not.
Obviously you
That's right.
didn't. You
That's
cut it
it.
off.
I remember I used to live when Rhonda Boss worked at Iredale Water.
Yeah, Rhonda.
Somehow, here's
Help
how
me,
we would do
Rhonda.
it: is we would pay ahead. I really don't know why. Probably because just we're so busy, and we would forget like that our credit had kind of run out, and so she'd call. She'd say, "Honey," I'd say, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Please pay his water bill. I would hate to have to cut the water off to my pastor." I said, "Did our pay ahead? Did we run out?" She said, "Yeah, honey, it looks like it." Oh, we get so tickled.
She's good about that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if I can find Joe Nix has been on here this morning. Where did I do with it?
Joe has been telling us
He
all
has
kinds of
been
stuff.
all sorts of, he was like, does Duck have a filter? And then he asked if Harry had a filter. I don't know who Harry is.
Oh, we had an interesting baptism this week.
Oh,
yeah. So it was a phenomenal baptism, phenomenal testimony
from Harry.
Okay. And and without Harry's permission, I don't want to give all that away, but everybody knows. And so at the end of it, it was just a great morning. This was in the second service. It's like 600 people there in the second service, and awesome testimony.
Yeah.
So he backs up, and I ask him to tell congregation his age, which is
right
on up there,
right,
which is phenomenal. Most men that wait that long to give their life to Christ then would be like, "Oh well, I don't need to get in front of anybody," but he wanted to follow all the way through.
There you go.
And I was like, "Man, I wish I'd have got to you sooner." He said, "Me too, Rev." He said, "We'd have had a lot of good times." And I said, "Yeah, a lot of good stories we'd have made." He said, "Yeah." I said, "Me and you were as tough as you were. We'd have probably even fist fought." And without a break, he said, "Yep, and I'd have whooped your."
He said this out loud.
Out loud.
Okay.
If the microphones have ever been clear, they were clear then. The whole place erupted in laughter. So yeah.
See, that's what you like. You see, that's real people down to earth.
Yeah.
I'll tell that Rev what I think.
I told one of my buddies, Tommy Ray Chapman, I said, "I feel like I need to do a social media post that Harry's the only one that gets that one. That's the freebie. Everybody else gonna get drowned in the baptistry."
Tommy Ray's good. I bet his face turned red. He was laughing
my
so hard.
phone. I had to charge my phone 3 times Sunday afternoon for people just laughing and be like, "We'll never forget that one." And on yesterday or Monday, such a great text I got from a person that said, "This is why I love Beulah. You could have disdained them. You could have frowned. You could have
could have done a bunch of stuff.
Shut it all
That's right.
down. The way it made everybody feel awkward.
Yeah.
But you just kept right going. Loved him and loved us all through it." I was like, well, I kind of thought afterwards on the way down the road, I thought that had to be what it was like with Jesus and Peter.
Oh yeah.
That's right. It's like, "Lord, he's come to get you. I'm gonna cut it." See, when Peter cut
his ear off,
when he cut his ear, I don't think Peter meant to just get the ear. I think he was looking
Took
for the
a swipe and
whole head. I think he was getting ready to pop a gourd, and somehow or another it didn't work out.
So speaking of congregation, And don't know, did you ever take any courses on giving speeches and stuff like that in school or
just in high school? The
what is it? Dale Carnegie
the
course?
FFA program
Yes.
in high school.
You had to do speeches.
Yes.
It was on how to inseminate a pig. We found it the other day, and it's quite illustrative, old Duck. Ronald, Ronald, come on up here, buddy, and tell us your speech. Mine is on how to continue my pig farm and inseminate a sow.
I did a paper on the difference between the World's Fair hog in 1909 and 1980.
Told you I had something to do with a pig.
But I also had one class went to. It was a very intense for you to get certification,
right?
And whatever it was.
Oh,
But
you certified.
The
That's
instructor walked up with a box and said, "Put your hand in there.
Yeah.
Whatever you pull out,
Yeah.
you have to talk about it for 3 minutes without repeating yourself and without doing anything."
He pulled out a pile of old cow poop, and he's been mastering and speaking about it ever since.
It was a paper clip.
Oh, okay, a paper clip.
Yeah.
So you did 3 minutes on a paper clip
Without repeating myself. And when I got done, that guy said, "This is the first example of some BS."
And you've been ever since. Now you got him all choked up. So when they and in the seminary, they you have to public speak. Obviously, you have to deliver your sermon or whatever. So do they tell you, like, there's all these things, like if you're nervous about getting in front of people, look over them, look at the back wall. Don't look at them in the face.
They tell you that one. They said, if the crowd is just not responding,
yes,
just imagine one of them naked. And
yes.
I'm like, what?
I don't really work for a pastor. Let me just tell you that one right there.
I never got what that was supposed to do for you. But
it's like,
I don't want to imagine nobody naked if I'm standing there talking to them.
Well, I didn't want you to point out anybody that you might think would be naked in the congregation.
I didn't go in there. So I surrendered to ministry when I was 17 years old, 16 and a half, 17 years old.
Yes.
So I'd already started traveling and preaching. I was reading the Bible. And
right.
Had some good mentors. So then I go to undergrad, get my undergrad, and then I go get my master's degree, and you got to do all this stuff. And then I go to get my doctorate, and I'm in there with the world famous Haddon Robinson, Don Sanukian, Rod, I forget Rod's last name, and a couple other like super duper theologians.
Bob Jones?
No, and communicators. So I have to give my sermon. And I had to give it, and probably the only time I was preached in 19 and a half minutes. And man, as soon as I got done, my classmates were standing up. They were clapping.
Oh,
it was awesome. So they sat down and got, I felt so affirmed.
Yes.
Like so built up.
All right.
And they all sat down, and Haddon Robinson, the old Chicago, grew up in the Bronx. Had a big scar on his face when he fought as a kid and got cut.
Right.
I'm like grew up in the Bronx when the streets were dirt.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he said, Brian, what were you trying to accomplish with that sermon? And my classmates were starting to talk and say, well, I heard this. And he just raised his hand to quiet them all down. I said, well, here was the big idea of the passage, and he goes, okay, because I don't have a clue what you were trying to do. And I was like, okay, I'm going home. I'm done. There was what was that on Mrs. Doubtfire when Robin Williams is looking for a job, and the little lady's like, do you find yourself funny, humorous? And he went, well, I used to think so.
That's right.
Until today, you have proven that I'm not.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I got back to my hotel room, because it was an intensive. You had to go for 2 weeks. I called First Lady. I was like, yep, today was the most humiliating day. And, you know, she was like, oh, they're just trying to push you, Brian, because they just want to make you better. I was like, that's a
fine way to do
it. So,
But you're talking about starting to preach at an early age, 16, and traveling to do it. We went to the National FFA convention.
Yes.
It was Louisville, Kentucky. And back then, the ag teachers, mine was Jimmy Gentry, that was our advisor at South Iredell. But all the local schools, if you were sending people, they'd see who had room, who didn't, and you piled in their personal vehicles and went.
Yeah.
And we wound up taking an extra from North Iredell.
Oh,
nice fellow.
Yeah.
But you could tell God had already put his hand on his heart.
Yeah.
So for a couple of us miscreants that was in the car, it was a good
word.
because he kept trying to say, boy, you got to live right. You got to think right to live right. And so, okay. Well, Jimmy kept smiling. His wife was with us too. She was a sweetheart. And he kept smiling. Well, we get out to Louisville, Kentucky, and we're all doing different things. And we're supposed to go eat or go to some function. Jimmy's like, where's so-and-so at? I'm like, I'm not. I think he said he was going downstairs. It's like, y'all let him loose. He's walking with God. Jimmy grabbed me by the ear. If I need any smart ass out of you, boy, let's go down there and see if we can find him.
You let him loose like that. Least guy you got to worry about is him. What you got to really worry about is me.
We go downstairs. This boy had went to a corner.
Yeah.
And started lighting people up.
Oh, street preaching.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
He was telling them they was going to hell. And Jimmy walks over and said, son, I appreciate what you're trying to do. But I think some of these people look at you like they might want to take you to hell with them. You might want to think about your audience when you do it.
Oh, man.
All right. It's 29 after 9 o'clock.
Hey, this is Jason Drum from Drum Landscape Supply. At our nursery right now, we've got the largest selection we've ever had of broadleaf plants, evergreens, flowering shrubs, perennials, flowers, and hanging baskets. But part of what we offer at Drum Landscape Supply is the expertise to make you a successful gardener. Even if you've got a brown thumb, we'll help you find the right plant so that you can be confident in your gardening and get out and enjoy nature just a little bit. Come on down and see us at Drum Landscape Supply. We're located in the same spot as we have been for the past 14 plus years on 2410 Northside Drive in Statesville, aka the Frontage Road. Come on down and see us. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays in the spring from 8 a.m. until 2. DrumLandscapeSupply.com or give us a call at 704-253-7010.
At Banner Drug, we are proud that we've been serving our customers since 1996. Our pharmacy offers a personalized customer service experience you expect from a locally owned store. To help you with your prescriptions, we offer local area delivery right to your door. You can call in your prescription refill order, or better yet, use the convenient refill button on our website at bannerdrug.com. Banner Drug, with 2 locations in Statesville, the corner of Greenbrier and Highway 64 East, and 307 North Center Street downtown, and 111 West Memorial Highway in Harmony.
When it comes time to repair or replace your electrical, heating, air conditioning, or other HVAC equipment, there's no better company to call than KM Electrical, Heating, and AC in Statesville. As an authorized Trane dealer, their professional staff members are all highly trained in the latest products and services and are committed to prompt project completion and high-quality work. KM Electrical, Heating, and AC is positive that they can have it up and running in no time. Call 704-876-6279 or go online to callkm.com. If your garden dreams are blooming, we've got everything you need to make them a reality. Whether you're after lush ferns to spruce up your porch, vibrant flowering baskets for a pop of color, or hardy succulents that thrive on a little neglect, we won't judge. We've got you covered. Plus, our garden vegetables and bedding plants will have your backyard looking like a farmer's market in no time. And that's just the beginning. We're stocked with so much more to help you grow your perfect paradise. swing by Steel 5 Farm Greenhouse, 6420 Chenault Road in Cleveland, and let us help you plant happiness this spring.
How do you know which vitamins, herbs, or homeopathics are right for you? Come to Lowry Drug. You will be amazed at our selection of natural products, including vitamins, minerals, protein supplements, herbs, homeopathics, essential oils, and Bach flower remedies. We have quality products and smart selection for your better health. Come see us at Lowry Drug on Harkness Road in Statesville or call 704-873-2247. Come see us.
Johnson Greenhouses offers a wide selection of fresh flowers and hand-delivered arrangements for every occasion. Graduation's coming up, and every grad needs that rose or special arrangement after walking across that stage to receive their diploma. And make the occasion even better by selecting a Scout bag. Tote bags, storage boxes, thread wallets is something every grad needs, even if they don't know it yet. Johnson Greenhouses also has delicious Ladyfingers frozen foods, which are excellent for easy meals when guests come in for visits, and are also excellent for neighbors, folks who may be sick, or just because you care about someone. Call ahead for your order, 704-873-4345. Johnson Greenhouses, 204 Salisbury Road. Oh, I almost forgot Mother's Day is Sunday.
With their patented adjustable operator platform and suspension technology, Ferris stand-on commercial mowers deliver the kind of heightened productivity that has become synonymous with the Ferris brand. Precision engineered for superior maneuverability and traction, the SRS Z1, Z2, and Z3X mowers are loaded with innovative features that live up to Ferris' unwavering commitment to help you work faster, take on more jobs, and finish the day feeling good. Visit RC's Lawnmower Sales and Service, 150 RC Farm Drive in Troutman for a test drive today. Ferris, experience suspension.
Say, did you know Statesville has its own locally owned electric utility? Yeah, as the oldest municipality-owned electric system in North Carolina, Statesville Public Power has been keeping the lights on in our community since 1889. When storms roll in or outages occur, our crews respond quickly because we live here too. It's about safety, low rates, and reliable service. Public power means local control, local investment, and hometown service. Statesville Public Power, neighbors serving neighbors. All right.
We're real country
Thank
to
you.
the bottoms of our pea-picking little hearts.
Very
550
good. To the
and
bottom.
92.9 WAME.
You have to talk down low like that.
To the bottom.
That's right. So one of the things I was curious about with preachers especially, but the Rev doesn't like to be called a preacher. He is a, what are you?
He's a reverend.
Well, my name's Brian, and if I
He's
get
a
the
reverend.
privilege to be your pastor, then call me pastor. But I mean, I don't come in you and go, town manager, hey disc jockey, hey plumber, hey trash man.
I'm an air
Oh,
personality.
hey air personality. Like, so I
In
just-
England, they call you a presenter.
oh yeah.
So whenever you're in the congregation, and I guess it would go for you as well, but you're looking at the congregation and you're going to it, and then you eye somebody,
Okay.
and probably somebody you know. Let's take for example, Andy Morrison.
Yesterday was his birthday, by the way.
Yes, it was. He didn't win the birthday show. So I
Did he
mean,
not?
you're sermonizing along,
Okay.
and you look out across the audience and you see Andy, and he's doing.
Which is normally most Sundays.
I could see Andy doing
he's,
that.
He's making a face at you.
Or he's watching World Cup soccer on his phone.
What do you do? How do you go past that?
Well-
Or if it's silent prayer time, y'all have silent prayer? There's nothing quiet in Beulah. But silent prayer, and all of a sudden you hear, I mean, do you not just like?
I just hope the microphone didn't pick it up when I did that. It happens. I'll never forget a buddy, one of my best friends. He and I traveled and preached together forever. And he was talking about one night. He was preaching a revival down in Georgia, and he said they had done a big chili cook-off before just to draw people in. And my buddy, I mean, we're just old school country boys, and he's like, Brian, he said, I gave not one thought to what that chili would do to me. And he said, it wasn't a big issue until I forgot that the choir was staying up during my sermon and was behind me. And he said, there I was just shiring down, just getting on with it. And all of a sudden, it kind of slipped out louder than I thought. And he said, in the middle of the sermon, he said, I turned around to the choir and I said, did y'all see where that African jumping spider went? said they just lost it.
I've had two instances of when you're up in front of groups,
yes,
talking, and it's like something just catches your eye.
Yeah,
because you're scanning back and forth.
Yeah,
they tell us try to make eye contact.
Oh
When
my!
if you're speaking to 1,000 people, you can't see every one of them.
No,
but
that's
you're
right.
trying to look at their faces, scan back and forth, talk. Don't single one person out and talk to them.
Yeah,
because everybody else is then disconnected.
That's right.
And I was talking. This group was about 50 people. I look over. I'm like, what was that? And I'm kind of looking around, and you're trying to focus on something caught my eye.
Yeah.
And then you look back over and it's, look around, look back. There it is. This dude had his finger buried up his nose to the second knuckle. And I'm like, really? You're doing that? and before I could get my eye off of him,
No,
yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No.
And I lost what I was talking about, and I'm like, how in the world you didn't? And those people sitting beside you, what in the world is the matter? But it threw me off of and I got lost, and I had to come back. Like, I got distracted. I'm sorry. But there was another time.
I should have left at 9:30.
This was a group of kids I was talking to at a school.
Right.
And I was in front of the classroom, whatever it was, 18, 25 kids.
Right.
And I almost say these were fifth graders, but they were
something.
being very
Old enough
attentive.
to know.
Yes.
Normally in some of them classes, somebody not behaved, but this group, they was into what I was saying and speaking about.
Yes.
And something caught my eye. And I'm like, what was that? And I look around on the front row.
Yeah.
And I'm like, something was just not right.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, and I'm starting to get a little addled on what I'm talking about. And finally I see it. This little sweet little redheaded girl.
Yeah.
Was sitting there, and I don't know why it matters that she's redheaded, but sweet little girl. When she was moving her feet, the top of her shoe would move, but the bottom didn't. And I'm like, what? And that one, it just, but it's like she had the little girl, it didn't connect. And that just tore me out of frame. I'm like, what? When the class is over, I went to the teacher. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
Is
she
okay? We're not supposed to talk about certain things. I said, but that girl's shoes, is the family okay? And well, no, they're not. And I'm like, okay. So then I call two deputy friends of mine, because I was a deputy at the time. I said, look, I got about $50, but I'm gonna need some money. And this girl had a twin sister.
Yeah.
And I went back to the school. I said, look, we as males, I said, I need one of you all to volunteer to go get that youngin some shoes.
Oh,
we gave them the money, and they went and got them shoes. And then we wound up doing more for the family later. But the point is, it's amazing when you're in front of a group, different things. And especially the more people, it's like, oh, something just caught my eye. And then you're trying to figure it out while you're still talking what it was.
So the best thinking about that. So I got to go to the first lady's school the other day to help her.
Oh yeah,
with some things, and
cool.
There's something to being a delinquent for most of your life, and especially in school. And while I was in there helping her get some things together on my day off, with trying to help her do some encouraging things for her staff, there happened to be a young man that was a lot like me
Mhm.
come into the office.
I see.
You know, and my man's barking out just stuff in class, just saying ridiculous stuff. He's won't do his work, and
Right.
and I mean, I was like, wow, I'm looking at myself, 40 years ago, 40, 42 years ago. So anyway, we get to talking, and man, he is smoozing me, and I'm just like, look, brother, you can fool the fans, you cannot fool the players. So he comes in. They get this time. It's not called craft time. It's way cooler than that.
Right.
And he's being brought back in. I've done talked to him one time back in because he has taken his lead pencil and put a cardboard handle on it, and it looks like a gun.
Oh.
And he comes in, and I'm like, man, we just talked. Like, I'm finishing these encouragement bags up for Angie, and I'm like, bro, what is this? He goes, well, and he tells me this elaborate story on the spot about how it hooks to the top of a red Solo cup that he's already taped up at home. And the reason why he brought it to school is he didn't have a glue gun. And he says it always makes the perfect circle. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, this kid right here is brilliant.
Yeah.
So I hold it one more time, and I'm like, so there's nothing gonna happen if I push this eraser in. Nope. Well, maybe. And I'm like, are you sure? He goes, you can't ever tell with pencils like that. There's no telling. You're a big man. It might have a reaction. We don't know. I was like, man, is this one of Duck's kids right here? Is what I'm thinking. Sure enough, I touched that eraser. Son, the end of that lead pencil shot off like a pop gun. I looked at him and I said, you want to tell me the real story now? That boy, he looked like Marcel Ledbetter. He shoved both hands down in his pants, started squirming around. He said, wow, you're not as dumb as I thought you were. I said, excuse me. He said, well, I knew you were an intelligent man. I just didn't know how insightful you were. I was like, how's this kid even know these words?
What grade level is this?
He was in fifth grade.
Yeah, all right.
He said, well, yeah. He said, I found out that it would do that on accident. And I was like, oh, really? He said, yeah, I was at my house and I didn't have any lead in it. And I just got mad and I mashed it really hard. And when I did, the end popped off, shot me in the belly. And I studied on it all night. And I thought, ooh, we got craft time tomorrow. And they got a glue gun.
Oh my God.
I can make me a cardboard handle.
Yes.
And he even glued him a sight on it. Like he took you know how it's got the little hanger where it'll go in your pocket, or he took it off, broke it, and flipped it up like sights. And I already said, I know these are sights, son. He goes, no, that's the guide that you can hold on to it while you're doing a circle.
Wow, he just man.
Yeah, man. I was like, I want to do deliverance for this kid.
If you don't get Jesus in that boy's heart, he's going to jail.
Real quick. I said, now here's the funny thing. I said, this is a pretty cool idea. He said, I said, now the school would never let you keep this because you get on the school bus with it and actually shoot some kid in the eye with it. I said, then you're going to be in big trouble. He said, yeah, that part I really didn't think through. Not at all. Not one time. I just thought, man, if I can get this thing back home. I said, well, I hope nobody buys you a glue gun. You have all kinds of stuff. So too funny.
I love
too
it.
funny.
Well, in beautiful Troutman, I see. What is an alternate member? I'm sorry. I thought it was something else there. That thing. Y'all have a moratorium? Is that what I heard?
No.
Okay.
But there may be.
All right.
In a nutshell,
what is a moratorium?
Basically,
before you put
legally, it means you can't do that no more. can't do it no more.
Oh,
I thought
gotcha.
that
But-
was where you buried the people in that little shelf.
That's right.
Oh, that's a mausoleum. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
But we are, and we discussed at our
Fine.
pre-agenda meeting whether to do a moratorium or not. And in a nutshell, back in 1998, we had an agreement with Statesville for them to manage our wastewater. We buy capacity from them to send it. The Great Recession 2007 hit. We also have capacity with Mooresville.
Yep.
And we have plenty of capacity in Mooresville. But the problem down there is mechanically their equipment is not set up to receive as much flow as we need to send.
I see.
So that kind of drives us up down there until there's a plan to change the mechanicals out to then receive more flow, which could take a little over 6 months. It might be worst case scenario, year and a half. On Statesville side, because we're kind of on a ridge in Troutman.
Yes.
On the Statesville side, there's just been back and forth. And there's one article already wrote about us and me saying they lied. Well, they did lie. Some of the council members in Statesville has took offense because they didn't lie.
Oh, okay.
Somebody else did.
I see.
And I understand, but the reality of that was we had a flat capacity and this department in Raleigh with acronyms called DEQ, Department of Environmental Quality.
Yes.
Has even said future capacity in Statesville as they add on to sewer plants. I want to say it was 2 million gallons right at it was earmarked for the town of Troutman. Now that means the town of Troutman would have to pay for whatever that is, but that was the plans in the day. But somewhere between staff, elected officials, one in particular, they keep telling different variations of, we really don't have to do that. Well, we did. And it went from us needing 1.2 million gallons capacity to they said, hey, here's 200, take it or leave it.
Oh my.
And that's what's on the table. But the town of Troutman, when we was discussing all this, the first one was supposed to be a never ending agreement.
Okay.
Statesville will always do this.
Yes.
And of course, staff and personnel changed and somebody lied. And I think it was the Troutman person lied about what that was. But then the agreements over the years changed, and it's just a terrible circumstances that we're in as far as people not honoring what they said they would do. And no, that was not the entire city council of Statesville, but it was at least voted upon them to send us the amount that they want us to take.
Right.
Several have reached out to our electeds and said, we thought you'd counter. And one of ours said, we thought we had an agreement. What are we doing? And what do you mean? A handshake deal and we'll do it. And now it's like, no, but there's options that we are considering and going forward with, but in a nutshell, council will decide. It is not just as simple as making a statement, we're going to do a moratorium. Our attorneys have to have the wording right. It's for limited time. You have to explain what you're doing to correct the issue so that it can happen. And right now we have a lot of folks in the county, not just my town, that are just anti-growthers. We don't want this, we don't want that. And as I've said before, some of those, I understand what they're saying, but the majority that moved here within the last 3 years, it says, I got here, shut the front door. That just don't make sense because had you not come here, we wouldn't have a growth problem now.
That's it.
But it's a very technical thing that we could talk about for a couple hours to hit all the facts and not just the social media.
Why don't you just go ahead and let the houses build septic tanks? Wouldn't that solve the problem?
It could solve the problem if they used enough acreage to do that and the land perked.
They want to put them houses right close to each other, so you don't have enough room for a drain field or whatever.
Correct.
I got you.
And one South Iredale graduate said, look, they said they're only building this many houses
Right.
on this many acres. But when you break it down, they building 6 or 7 houses on 1 acre.
Ooh.
I said, no, they not.
No.
Yeah, they are. And he wasn't too far wrong.
Really?
It equates to about 4 an acre, because this other part of the property, even though they're saying we're only doing 2.5 per acre,
Right.
it's the overall average of that plot of land.
I got you.
And what do you call that level, or flood level? But that's increasing because we have population in North Carolina, and but the reality is that South Iredale graduate wasn't too far wrong, but they let's just say they have 100 acres, and if they were building 2.5, that's 250 homes, but they're only doing it on 60 acres. Okay, that's
Yeah.
4 per acre.
Yeah.
And there's 40 acres around it that's used for the green space and the park and water
Roads, yeah,
runoff and
yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
Yep. Interesting.
Mhm.
So, and they keep coming.
They do. And I went to a conference in Wilmington, which I saw today. Mr. Beast is 27 years old.
Yes, he is.
Well,
What brought that to mind?
when we was down in Greenville, North Carolina, that's where Mr. Beast, I don't know if he's from there or if
He's
that's
born
just
there.
where his business is,
Yeah.
but that dude, I don't know him. If you showed me a picture, I have no idea.
Okay.
But while we was at this conference, they was allowing elected officials and upper echelon staff to go and visit and see why he was so successful and a multi-millionaire. And he started doing something on YouTube, and I have no idea if he was a funny guy or whatever. But that, being in Greenville, you see towns all over this state, several, including their county tax rate. Their taxes per thousand is over $2 per thousand.
Wow.
In the town of Troutman, we're just under $1 per
Right.
thousand, including the county.
Yeah.
And that's why it's you get the door open, and a lot of people aggravated, and some very, very stressed
I
over
see.
their opinions. But Iredale County, for a top tier 20 counties in the state, we're the lowest taxed of all the other 20. And then when you start looking at things, education, for example, and our friends over there says, we need money, we need money.
Yeah.
I see it's also School Nurse Day.
Yes.
I think most people would be alarmed to realize we don't have school nurses at every school in this county.
That's right.
Now they visit and they go here, they go there, but with today's children, there is more medication that is required to be taken during the day. To
Taken.
me, that's yes, taken.
Taken.
Wilkes County speak.
That's
Follow,
right.
follow.
That's okay.
It's like over yonder. I'm getting ready to go over yonder and grab one of them
Yon
ears.
way. Yon way.
But I'm not arguing that they may need funding to do something as simple as school nurses.
Right.
But there are so many wants and needs when you're growing. These are problems for us all.
Yes, they are.
But I would much rather deal with our growing problems than, like I said on the radio before, it's more than 60% of the state that is having to raise their tax rate collection, even in evaluation years, because they're going backwards. They're losing business, they're losing population, and I don't care who it is. Well, I'm sure there's some rare examples, but most people are not making exactly the same money they was 5 years ago. And everything associated with life costs more than it did 5 years ago.
Absolutely, it
So
does.
those costs go up. So if you don't have the growth to offset that, then you will have to raise the taxes. But again, everybody's entitled to their opinions, but that's the plight we have on the moratorium. And it's just, our staff recommendation was residential only.
Oh, I see.
And do it in 6-month increments.
Yeah. All right. Well, Rev, we're about out of time, buddy. I know you've been.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a dose of my inhaler after this.
Get
Try to
you
make it the
some
rest of
that-
the day.
I could fix you up with some Wilkes County remedies.
Well,
Put a little drop of methylene blue in it.
I'm so desperate for anything right now to help.
Well, it's okay. It's the Bible's okay to drink as long as you don't
I
get
wasn't
drunk.
talking about drinking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Drinking.
we quit being the moonshine capital of the world a long time ago. Now they got that hemp.
Hemp. Oh,
we
I
need to
got you
call.
there.
We need to call
It needs
over
you
to the
some-
pharmacy and get you some hemp oil.
Get you some of them chewy things there.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
Well, here we go, folks. Tuned in to WAME and 92.9 Real Country, where our boots are muddy, the music's real, and the good times always roll.
And it's way low.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, today we got just one thing on our minds, and you know it's fun. So go ahead, throw on some funny socks, dance when nobody's watching, even if they are. Or swing by your local school nurse's office and give them a big old thank you for all they do. Because why? It's National School Nurse Day, after all.
That's right.
And wherever you are today, remember this: you make it better just by being you. So lean into that joy and turn up the tunes and make today one for the books. This is real country, real life, real fun. Only on WAME 92.9. Look, we love you. Come see us, BeulahChurch.com.
Amen.
When your celebration of life is prepared, it becomes a gift to your family later. No one should have to pay for a loss when they're experiencing one. Paying in advance protects your loved ones and gives you the peace of mind you deserve. Let us help you plan every detail with professionalism and compassion. We're Bunch Johnson Funeral Home, 705 Davie Avenue, Statesville.